Welcome, everybody, to Pine River-Backus High School, where tonight we are set to wrap up the high school football regular season with the Pine River-Backus Tigers and a new opponent tonight as the PRB Tigers are taking on the Spectrum Sting. Devin Kruger here with you, and welcome to our Station 371 pregame show, where a great story for tonight's matchup, as the PRB Tigers were close to not having a regular season finale here at home. It's parents' night, it's senior night, but the show will go on. Station 371 asks you to stop in and restock on your food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 in Pine River. Quality Sense gasoline, bait, tackle, snacks, and goodies all for the trip. And, of course, they're one of the only area fuel stations with kerosene and off-road diesel. Station 371 in Pine River. They're doing the coin toss right now at midfield. We have got Pine River-Backus. They have won the toss, and they will receive tonight's opening kickoff set for 7 o'clock. Here on the pregame show, of course, we'll take you through these two teams, tell you about the Sting and the Tigers coming into this Week 8 matchup. We have both head coaches that we've chatted with, and we'll get the starting lineups all leading up to our opening kick at 7 o'clock. Thanks, of course, to all of our great PRB Tigers sponsors. For those that are watching from the Spectrum area, huge kudos to the school, community, and this football team for making the long trip on a beautiful fall evening. The fall colors at peak. Absolutely gorgeous outside. Cloudy, cool, a little breezy. At least for right now, it is dry, and we are set for Week 8 football. So stick around. Much more coming up as we return after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
We are back here at Pine River-Backus High School in the Station 371 pregame show. Let's take a look at these two teams coming into this Week 8 matchup. Devin Kruger here with you. We'll start with the Spectrum Sting. They are a Section 5A team out of the Skyway Silver District. They are 6-1 on the season, and actually they have, for Spectrum, they have come in as a team scoring 33.7 points a game, 12.6 points allowed per contest. They're actually ranked number 9 in the state for the Class AAA rankings. And the Spectrum Sting, they won last week 48-0 over Pact Charter School. It was their second win in a row against Pact. Kind of an interesting kind of district that they play in. They actually had a team that they were scheduled to play that would have been the second time they played them, except the first time the team, I think it was Twin Cities Charter, had forfeited that game. So it's a really kind of a neat story of how this one came together. We'll get into that in a little bit. So Spectrum coming in 6-1 out in the season. They are out of Elk River, making the long road trip up here to PRB. They were 0-8 last year. They actually played 4 Wisconsin schools. Spectrum had back-to-back years at 0-8 and have turned it around this year at 6-1. 2012 was their first. 2012 was their first year of high school football. For Pine River-Backus, they are coming in 2-5 on the season. They're 1-3 in the Mid-Northwest North Central District. They're coming off a loss on Friday to third-ranked Mahnomen-Waban, 52-0. It was the Tigers' third straight loss. So for PRB, yes, Spectrum has a good record, but seeing it out on the field, and you can kind of see on the camera, they're a Class A size school, and with their schedule, this actually looks like it could shape out to be a really, really good football game here tonight. The Tigers scoring 24.6 points per game. They're allowing 33.4 points per contest. Of course, the Tigers also last year were winless at 0-9, so they've grabbed a couple of wins this year. They are really looking to end the regular season with a big victory on the home field. Their wins have come against Nevis and Red Lake. Of course, next week starts the playoffs. PRB in Section 6 Class A. Spectrum will play in Section 5 AAA, but both are slated to get their playoff season started on Tuesday. That's how the team comparison looks. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coaches. First, a chat with Scott Gangle, head coach of the Spectrum Sting, and then a chat with Nate Fisher, head coach of the Pine River-Backus Tigers. We'll be back with more. It's the Station 371 pregame show here on yourliveevent.com.
Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs with on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing. Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
We are back on the Station 371 pregame show. As joining us now is Scott Gangle, head coach for the Spectrum Sting. The first thing is I got the story of this game and how it came to be. You guys looking for a game and being willing to come all the way up here. Huge kudos to you, your school, and your guys, Scott. It's so cool that we get to play in Week 8 for both of these teams.
Yeah, we were in the same situation where we had lost the team. We needed to pick up a game. We actually had a team twice on our schedule, so we were going to lose a second game. And to be the second game of the year and lose that game for my seniors, we were doing everything to find a game, and I didn't care really who it was. So when you guys reached out, I would have played anybody because just play football, right? Let's play football, and we owe it to the boys, regardless of who we're playing. The game is a game. Let's play.
You were this team was 0-8 last year. You're in your second year and you're 6-1. Now I've seen the schedule. You and I talked about it before officially going on tape, as we say in the old days. Yeah. But take us a little bit. Tell us about this Spectrum Sting squad.
I got 11 seniors. The early part of our season was tough. We played mostly 4A teams. A couple of those 4A teams are solid. A couple of the other ones they're rebuilding. And we got one on one of the first teams, and then we hung with the other team. It gave us a lot of confidence to get into this year. The boys needed those wins after really hard years, and I'll give all the credit to the seniors because they had every opportunity to walk away, and they stayed with the program. So I'm very grateful for all their efforts and the work they've put in.
Well, and now it's turned into a 6-1 season. So when things are going well for the Sting on the field, Scott, what do we see out of your guys?
Well, it's similar to what you guys do. It's going to be ugly football, old school ugly football, smash mouth football, downhill, short yardage, 3 yards chop, hopefully break one here and there. But yeah, we're a single wing, and we just grind. We'll take our threes, we go slow. It's non-traditional, so we like to do it. We're kind of an odd duck, but we're not the spread. We don't do that, and we don't have the quarterback yet to do that either. So, and we're a small program.
Defensively, what do you like to run? What do you really look for your guys to execute on that side of the ball?
Well, defensively, we had to kind of revamp, and we knew we'd have to revamp at the end of the season because our regular season offers us a different kind of our offenses that we have to compete against. So this game for us helps us get ready. So we had to put in a new front and do all those things. So tonight, we're going to be a little bit shaky because it's a whole new front for us, but we really needed this game to test it out and to see what we could do.
Well, and that's kind of another luxury of this game is the fact that there's not a whole lot riding on this game for either team. It's a chance to go out and play one more game. So when you're looking at it from the standpoint of finishing the regular season strong and rolling into the playoffs, Scott, what are the key things you want to see from the Sting on the field tonight?
Really, I can't afford injury, to be honest. I got 11 guys. We were on the way up here. I got about 22 that are comfortable playing. The rest are pretty young or they're in tougher shape with their bodies at this point. So yeah, I got to stay healthy, and that's really the big thing. I want to see that we can execute. I got some young guys that we'll be working in to see if they can step up because they're going to be the life of our team next year.
And then finally, we're talking about the opponent because it happens so quickly. Searching for a game, all of a sudden here comes this opportunity. So how did you and the coaching staff kind of handle a short week to begin with, and then even shorter with, oh hey, we're taking a trip up to Pine River?
Well, we've been working this because we lost that same team 2 weeks ago, so we knew they were off on our 8, and we've been scrambling ever since then. And I went over Monday morning, talked to them at 10:30 on my prep. And I was going over and I said, we got to pull the plug. Because if I don't have a game at noon on a Monday and we got to play on Wednesday, he goes, I got you one. So I was like, sweet. And we talked and chatted, and he goes, don't announce it yet because we got to get the contracts and all that stuff. By the time I walked back to our building, your head coach had reached out looking for film. So we knew it was kind of a done deal. So it happened within a half hour. Was started, stopped. We was close. So it was kind of cool.
Well, we're thrilled to have the Sting up here for this final game of the regular season. Scott, thank you so much for the time. Good luck to you and your guys.
Thank you. I appreciate it for having us.
Scott Gangle, head coach for Spectrum, joining us as we will break. We have more of the pregame right after this on yourliveevent.com.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River-Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
We're back on the Station 371 pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Regular season finale, Nate Fisher joins us. Coach, I know it's you use the word whirlwind to get this game tonight, but you're at home. You got a game to finish out the regular season, and I know you guys are thrilled, and you're thrilled to be out on the field tonight for week number 8. Thanks for a couple minutes before we get things rolling tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, Devin.
The Spectrum Sting are here for week number 8. Considering that it's a short week anyway, I'm very curious as once you finally knew you had an opponent, what was it like getting your coaching staff and your guys prepared for tonight?
Well, whirlwind is a heck of a way to put it. Monday was chaos. Throughout different points of the weekend, we thought it was potentially Benson. Then we thought there might be a chance that we get Cass Lake to actually show up. And then we thought for about an hour on Monday that we weren't playing anybody. And so when Spectrum came up, we were obviously super grateful to get this game in. It's senior night for us. It's parents' night. It's a big deal. And so we've talked about it for the last 2 days now, what an incredible opportunity we have here tonight. And so our seniors get that last chance to play a game here at home. We get to end our season on a high note. We get to play a game. We're not sitting at home just at the mercy of QRF. So really excited for the opportunity, and mostly just excited for our guys to have this opportunity.
Let's talk about the Tigers. You've lost 3 in a row. We know that there were a couple of games in there that you had chances, but things continue to just not play out, especially early in the game of how you're looking for. What is that message for your guys to, with this opportunity, make sure they get a good start tonight and put yourselves into a position to come away with a season-ending victory?
Yeah, I think the big thing is acknowledging our struggles. We the captains and I have talked quite a bit about it over the last 2 weeks of, what do we got to do differently to start off the game better, start in a better frame of mind. I think one of the things that's going to help us out tonight is our boys are fired up. Our seniors, our captains came out. They were juiced up here as they went out for warm-up. So I think that's going to help. There's a little bit of energy in the building. They know this is their last chance. And so, really going to lean on those senior captains, the Cole Oberfelds, the Owen Dables, the Andrew Volks of the world to kind of drive this energy here to start this game. And, hopefully we get off on the right foot.
Once it was solidified that Spectrum was coming, obviously now you have to try to dig up some research on a team that isn't familiar to anybody up here. What did you find out?
Well, I think the big thing is that they're a good football team. Their record speaks for itself. They've got a great record. They're a bigger school. But at the end of the day, it's still football. There's still 11 guys on the field at any given time. If we go out and do our job, we'll be just fine. But it was a quick turnaround. As soon as we found out we were playing them, we sent the exchange over on film. We get the film exchanged, and that was Monday at about noon. So you get about a day and a half of prep. And I know as coaches, we were grinding on the film and trying to get our guys ready. We watched a bunch of film with the guys Monday night to kind of, hey, this is what they look like. It's nothing like we've ever seen before. So they've got a really good tailback, number 22. He's a good ball player. So our big thing was make sure we get hands on him, tackle him well, and then do our job. Do your 111th each and every play, and we'll be okay.
When it comes to the things that your team has done well over the course of the second half of the season, what do you feel you want to build on and you want to execute to make sure you can put some points on the board tonight?
Well, I think the big thing is we're going to lean on the run game a little bit. Sean's going to have to carry the majority of the workload tonight. We're going to have to spread it around, though. Mongan's going to have to do his part. We're going to need Owen Dable to step up and catch a couple passes. Adrian Schrupp, Cole Oberfeld. We're going to get some guys involved tonight and try and spread that ball around a little bit and get them some touches. But, then at the end of the day, when push comes to shove, who's your best player and get the ball in his hands and try and make something happen with it. So, I thought we did a great job of that up in Bagley. Thought we gave ourselves a chance at the end of the game. 1 or 2 plays go differently and things are different. So really hoping that our guys step up here tonight, and I think they will. They're fired up to go and ready to go.
With them being fired up, if you can put together a win for this team to end the season on this field, what do you think that will mean to them, especially heading into now a potential rematch next week where you can go in feeling confident?
Yeah, I think the big thing is you walk away with the win tonight. You can play with anybody. And so we got to have a little bit of confidence in ourselves. We got to have a little bit of confidence in our teammates and confidence in each other to step up and play a great game of football. So, a win tonight probably sets us up really well to have that confidence. And again, I love where our head's at right now. I thought our guys had a great week of practice. It's 2 days, but I thought we had a good week of practice, and I think they're ready to go.
We are as well, Coach. Always appreciate the time, Nate. Good luck. Go get them, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thanks, Devin.
Nate Fisher, head coach for the Tigers, joining us. We have more on the pregame right after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Restart.
Stock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
When you buy your propane from Lakes Community Co-op, you get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget moonlight bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
And we are back on the Station 371 pregame show. Devin Kruger here with you for week number 8 football, the final regular season matchup. Education Minnesota weekend officially, but everybody pretty much still calls it MEA. And we definitely saw the traffic starting to make their way up as I was heading to Pine River for tonight's game. And cloudy skies, a little on the cool side, a touch of a breeze, but really not too bad. And for week number 8, you'll certainly take weather like tonight. It's the Spectrum Sting in town taking on the Pine River-Backus Tigers. Spectrum 6-1, Pine River-Backus 2-5. Got to hear from both head coaches, and I even mentioned, of course, in our first segment that Spectrum really had a Class A size roster for a Class 3A team, and then, of course, Coach Gangle said the biggest thing he wants out of this game is to come out healthy because they are quite thin on the roster. Let's now take you through our starting lineups for tonight's matchup. The PRB Tigers won the coin flip. They chose to receive. They want the ball, wanting to try to get off to a fast start with the offense on the field. So, with that, let's take you through the Spectrum Sting defense. Again, Spectrum is 6-1 coming into tonight's game. And for head coach Scott Gangle in his second year as head coach, the nose guard, they run a 3-5 for Spectrum, or a 3-4-3, or a three, kind of a 3-5, and he said it's kind of a. Oh, what did the defensive coach tell me? It was kind of like a poor man's six-man front is something about the way he worded it. At nose guard is Isaac Melger. He's a 5'8", 320-pound sophomore. At D tackle, Isaac Schopek, 6'2", 210-pound senior. At defensive end, Joe Hansen, a 5'11", 240-pound senior. The outside backers, 5'10", 190-pound sophomore Mason Carlson, and 6'2", 200-pound senior Hans Burfind. At inside backer, 6'2", 175-pound senior Elijah Sorensen, and also Owen Carlson, a 5'10", 195-pound senior. At the corners is Jaron Mitchell, 5'9", 155-pound sophomore, and also Tyler Simonovich, a 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. And they go with a couple of safeties as well. Levi Sims, 6 foot, 195-pound senior, and Brandon Simonovich, a 6'1", 200-pound senior. Those are your defensive starters for the Spectrum Sting. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, 2-5 on the season. For head coach Nate Fisher, let's take you through the starting offense tonight for PRB. At center is senior Carson Crawford. At the guards, getting the start tonight, sophomore Dominic Zwart and sophomore Dalton Tominski. In the tackle spots will be senior Mason Nelson and junior Dominic Rock. At the tight end will be Cole Oberfeld. He is a senior. The wideouts, seniors, Adrian Schrupp and Owen Dable. At fullback is senior Brody Mongan. At halfback is junior Sean Reyes. And the quarterback for the Tigers is senior Andrew Volk. Those are your starting lineups for tonight's matchup. We do have 4 other games featured on the radio airwaves of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated here in our area. Number 2 in AAA Pequot Lakes is at Mora on KLKS Talk 100. International Falls at Crosby Ironton on Skeeter 101.5. Pillager, they're hosting Park Rapids on Cash 95.9, and Aiken taking on Greenway National Keewatin on the Gobbler, KKI and AM 930, FM 103.1. They're breaking for the national anthem. We will be back opening kickoff just moments away. It's Pine River-Backus and Spectrum on yourliveevent.com.
We believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs. With on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing, Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
And we are back here on the Station 371 pregame show. Devin Kruger here with you as we get set for tonight's matchup. Again, we want to thank Station 371 for bringing you the pregame show. Restock on food, fuel, and bait at locally owned Station 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has your bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, and they're one of the only area fuel stations with kerosene and off-road diesel. Don't forget those hunting and fishing licenses. Station 371 in Pine River. Spectrum coming in with white jerseys, black pants, black numbers and letters with the black helmets. The Sting making the long trip from Elk River up here tonight. And the Tigers in the black jerseys, black pants, orange numbers and letters with the white trim. It's the regular season finale. Section playoffs set for Tuesday. And then Saturday would be the semifinals. And section championships, depending on what section you're in, Thursday and Friday as we get ready to celebrate Halloween and turn that calendar to November. Yeah, I know, I said it, November, as we're in mid-October. So Parents' Night, Senior Night, they had fun with that, and we are set for our contest tonight here on yourliveevent.com as the Station 371 pregame show wraps up here tonight. Again, Pine River-Backus won the toss, and they are going to receive. They're going to go right to left. Coach Nate Fisher, and sometimes it's a little bit of that guessing game. He felt if the Tigers could get the win tonight or maybe even playing this game, they're hoping that they won't have a long road trip for the first round of the playoffs. The Tigers will be on the road for round number 1. And if the cards fall in the correct spot, they could have a rematch with Walker Hackensack Akeley. Of course, big rivalry game, and the team that defeated PRB here on this field for homecoming, you know the Tigers would love the chance to get back at the Wolves next week. Liam Dinsdale, a junior, will tee it up for Spectrum. Looks like he'll put it down right at the X at the 40-yard line. PRB sending Easton Wynn and Owen Dable back deep. Looks like Cole Oberfeld is kind of deep as well for the Tigers. Week number 8, here we go. High school football here on YourLiveEvent.com. Looks like Dinsdale's a left-footed kicker. Here's the approach, and we're underway. Low line drive kick. It's going to squibble all the way back. Picked up at the 17-yard line. 20, 25. This is Dable, and Dable's going to get to the 30 before he is cut down. Looks like on the stop was Rhett Salvold for the, no correction, that was not Salvold. That was Elijah Sorensen on the stop for Spectrum. And PRB has the ball. 1st and 10. They'll put it at the 31-yard line. So Andrew Volk and this Tigers offense gets to work first. Looks like both teams definitely a grinded out type of team. And what that may do is it could limit possessions. So you want to be efficient. In the shotgun, 2 receivers right, the snap, handoff Reyes, left side with some room. He's got the 35, breaks out to the numbers, 40, 45, midfield, stiff arm, and he's in Sting territory to the 45-yard line as the Tigers rip off a big run on the first play from scrimmage. Coach Fisher said these boys were fired up, and they are celebrating after a huge chunk on 1st down. Run out of bounds on the near sideline by Jaron Mitchell. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. On a gain of 24 yards on the first play from scrimmage for the junior back, Sean Reyes. From right to left at the 45, snap, Reyes, double handoff, left side, Brody Mungan with room, inside the 40, and he's dragged down from behind. Hans Burfind on the stop, but not before another good chunk as Brody Mungan, the senior, gets the carry. They'll put it down at the 37-yard line. He's a pair short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 8 for the senior back. And a couple of big confidence-building runs. Tigers hustling up to their adrenaline is pumping tonight. Everybody in tight beast mode. Here's a snap to Reyes on the direct snap through the 35 and down to the 30-yard line before being corralled by Mason Carlson. 29-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the PRB Tigers on another gain of 8. Coach Gangle even said that they run a little of that beast mode type formation with 3 backs all behind the right side, and it is just student body right mainly out of that formation. 1st down and 10, Pine River-Backus opening drive here in the 1st quarter. Back to the shotgun, Volk with Reyes to his right. Puts Dable in motion. Here's a snap. He'll flip it to Dable. That's a pass. Reyes with the block. Dable cuts inside a defender. He's going to be brought down by Joe Hansen for Spectrum. Shortest gain so far, and that's officially a pass on the shovel. As they'll put it at the 26, and it's a completion of 3 yards from Andrew Volk to Owen Dable. 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Adrian Schrupp in, brings the play. He'll go slot receiver right, Dable wide right. 3 down linemen, but a 5-man front look, and we have a jump, and we have a flag, and I think that's going against the Tigers. So after the Tigers ripped off some big chunk yardage, they tried to get a free 5, and instead it's going to cost them 5. Bring it back to the 31. It's going to be 2nd and 12. First 2 minutes gone here in the opening quarter. That's where that adrenaline maybe got a little bit of the better of the Tigers as the left tackle jumped. In the shotgun, Volk takes the snap, handoff, Reyes left side, cuts it up the middle. He's got the 30, he's got the 25, and he's down to the 20. Got the penalty yardage back and then some. Elijah Sorensen in on the stop. along with a number 9. Well, they had Sorensen listed as 64 and 9, and now we have a Tiger down on the field. So I see both of them on the field, so I'm not quite sure who number 9 is. Let me check that roster again. They had some. Gabe Deers is the injured player for the PRB Tigers. Oh, I don't have a number. I have a 9 and a 64 for Spectrum, but they're the same guy, and there's 2 different guys out there, so not quite sure who that is. Anyway, the bigger picture right now is the injured PRB Tiger at the 25-yard line. Nice gain. It's going to be just shy of the first down. His ball's at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 for Sean Reyes. And they are going to pick up Aaron Daniels. Now, Coach Gangle said they couldn't afford any injuries. Daniels is the key running back for the Spectrum Sting. So if he is out for any lengthy period of time, that is their top offensive weapon that just walked off the field after being checked by the training staff. Play resumes. It is 3rd down and 1 for the PRB Tigers. Here comes the beast mode set. Heavy to the left. Snap. Reyes left side gets hit in the backfield, and he's going to be short. It's going to be 4th down. Big stop for Spectrum. Not sure. I'm looking for number 8 because maybe that's Owen Carlson. Carlson was listed as a starter, and I don't see number 8 out there. So I'm going to say number 9 is Owen Carlson as Reyes got stopped for no gain on the heavy set. 4th down and 1, and of course, PRB is going for it here on this opening drive. Ball at the Spectrum 20. They rush up to the line. Andrew Volk will be under center. He'll take the snap, and we're going to have a timeout. Spectrum shifts their front depending on what the strong side of the offense is and the weak side. So Pine River-Backus has a tremendous way to combat that. They rushed to the line of scrimmage, so Spectrum was scrambling to try to get lined up. Coach Skangel recognized it, and he had to call timeout just before the snap, which would have resulted in a first down run by Andrew Volk. So a timeout taken by Spectrum. It's the opening drive, 4th and 1 for the Tigers with no score here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKC.
We are back. Here come the Tigers again, rushing to the line. 4th down and 1. Volk takes it himself. 1st down and more. Andrew Volk busts through on the left side, and he's down to the 10. It's 1st and goal. Pine River-Backus. The senior QB Volk, 10 yards and a 1st down for PRB. Couple of shifts in that line for Spectrum. Under center is Volk. Same play. Left side gets a block. Gets inside the 5, and he's twisted down by Brandon Simonovich and Elijah Sorensen. Inside the 5 to the 4. How about that? Back-to-back keepers for the senior Volk. 2nd and goal, PRB from the 4. Pine River-Backus trying to finish off a really strong drive to start. Volk, again, same play, left side. This time it's going to be stacked up. Spectrum said, yeah, maybe once, maybe twice, not 3 times. Give Volk a yard, and now we'll see if the Tigers switch up the play call on 3rd and goal from the 3. They barely gave him a half yard on that, maybe just over. We'll call it officially 3. I like the way the Tigers are rushing up to the line. Reyes in the heavy set. The snap. Reyes, right side, looking for the key block. He cuts in. He's going to be stumbling forward, and he's down at the 1. 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Looked like a seam was opening up, and then I didn't quite see where. It looked like all of a sudden Reyes just disappeared. He must have got tripped up just as he tried to make his burst, And it is 4th and goal at the 1-yard line on the opening drive. 7:35 to go in this first quarter. PRB trying to push this one through. Spectrum trying to get a massive stop. They rush up to the line again. Volk surveys the snap. Right side, Volk trying to push forward. No signal yet. He lunged. I think he got the push. He did. Touchdown, Pine River-Backus. Andrew Volk, the senior QB, with the touchdown plunge from 1 yard out. And Pine River-Backus takes the opening kick and drives it 69 yards for the score. Dawson Dable, the sophomore, is in for the point after kick. The holder is Easton Wynn. The snap, the spot. It's a low line drive, but it is good. And this fired up Tigers team comes to the sideline up 7-0. Tigers will kick off to the Sting when we come back. It is Pine River-Backus football here on your liveevent.com.
Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and RJBroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
7-0 Pine River-Backus. An 11-play, 69-yard drive for the Tigers. Sean Reyes, 5 carries, 45 yards. Andrew Volk, 4 carries for 18, including the touchdown. Here's a bouncing end over and kick, and it's smothered by Brandon Simonovich at the 35-yard line. So PRB takes just about 5 minutes off the clock on their opening drive. The Sting will start 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line, 7:13 to go here in quarter number 1. And now we'll see if the Spectrum Sting offense can copy. They run very similar sets. One wingback, they do it offset. They have 2 tackles on a overloaded line. It's overloaded right. Now Sims will call a huddle, and now Spectrum will flip it all the way around. They have Owen Carlson in the backfield to the right. Again, the top back, Aaron Daniels, went out injured on the first series on defense. Here's the snap. It's high. It's Sims on the keeper himself. Slips one tackle, gets hit, spun around, flag flies as Sims is across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Sean Reyes on the stop. We'll see what the flag is now. Flag came in from the back judge. Right now, it's a 7-yard gain for Sims on the opening play for Spectrum's Sting. And it's going to be a personal foul face mask against the PRB Tigers. So 7 for Sims, and then they'll tack on 15 on the personal foul face mask. And just like that, Spectrum is in Tigers territory with 1 play and some penalty yardage. From the 42, they'll put it at the 43 of Pine River-Backus. 1st and 10 Spectrum. Carlson to the left of Sims. Overloaded on the right side with the wide receiver, Simonovich. Here's the handoff, and this is Carlson, and Carlson with a push from that O-line, and that one to the 32. Looks like that should be enough for a first down. They're going to put the ball down, and they're going to say first down. I was going to say it certainly looks like it should be a first down. That's 11 for Sims as the quarterback keeping it. Excuse me, that was Carlson on the run. And a 1st down and 10 for Spectrum's Sting. Carlson to the left, direct snap. Carlson on the right side, following blockers, and this time he falls inside the 30 to the 29. He'll pick up 3. Well, Coach Gangle said it's football that's not pretty, but that's what they're working with. That's what they want to do, just overload one side of the defense. And, of course, for the defense, as a fan, you might think, well, just put everybody on that side of the ball, and of course that's when they'll run some type of a counter back the other direction. You got to make sure you still play those assignments. 2nd down and 7 from the Tigers' 29. Sims takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to the left side, trying to cut back and hit. Coming through was Tyler Simonovich, and he got thwapped after a short gain. Cole Oberfell on the stop. Only a gain of 2 to the 27, and now here comes Aaron Daniels, the lead back for Spectrum, back on the field after he went out injured on the first play or the first drive by the Tigers. So Tyler Simonovich with a gain of 2. It is 3rd down and 4. Daniels to the left of Sims. The direct snap. Daniels straight ahead, gets hit, gets inside the 25, trying to lean for that first down, and it looks like he's going to be very close. I don't see the signal. Looks like they're going to give him the 22, which would be enough for a first down, and it is. First down on the 5-yard gain. First run for the 6'2", 200-pound senior Aaron Daniels. 1st and 10 Spectrum Sting at the PRB 22. We're at 5:18 to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0 Tigers. Now Spectrum will spread it out. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Sims with the blocking back. Mason Carlson in the backfield. High snap. Looks to throw left side. Tipped off the fingertips of Daniels. Incomplete. Tried to do a quick hitter. Good coverage on the outside by Adrian Schrupp. 2nd down and 10 for Spectrum. Tigers went 11 plays on their first drive. Spectrum trying to answer. Overloaded on the left. Sims, direct snap to Daniels. He follows the blockers. He's inside the 20, trying to chug his way. He breaks a tackle to 15, breaks free, and Aaron Daniels is in. Touchdown, Spectrum. The Sting answer with Aaron Daniels from 22 yards out. It's 7-6 Pine River-Backus. Let's see if the Sting do have, they will place kick, they said, but looks like they're going to go for 2 and try to get the lead here. They'll come out with their usual formation with the overload on the left side. Tigers shift a few guys that way. Daniels to the right of Sims for 2 in the lead. The high snap to Daniel, trying to get out. He gets hit in the backfield. He's dragged down, and it's no good. Andrew Volk, I think, is the guy that got back there. And Andrew Volk with the stop, keeping PRB in the lead. 4:51 to go in the first quarter. It's Pine River-Backus 7, Spectrum 6 here on your liveevent.com.
Food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash. Open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Welcome back to Pine River. Devin Kruger with you tonight on yourliveevent.com. Thanks, of course, to all our great sponsors being a part of the program. 7-6 PRB after the unsuccessful 2-point try for Spectrum. And Liam Dinsdale has it teed up. Here's the kick. It's a low spinner. High hop at the 32 to the 35 to the 40. Putting the head down and finishing the return is Gabe Deers, the junior, for PRB. And the Tigers will start 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. 4:48 to go. It was an 8-play drive for Spectrum to answer the Tigers' 11-play drive to start the game. From the 43-yard line, it's 1st and 10 PRB. And, of course, these two teams absolutely no history. Both teams winless last year. Better seasons this year. Tigers will come out with two receivers to the right. Wing back left in Mungan. Andrew Volk, hard snap count, and it was Spectrum this time that jumped across. The big man in the middle, Isaac Melger, I think the guilty party. The Tigers are doing a lot of quick snaps, and the first time they tried that, they caught themselves. This time they get the free 5, and what that does is you're just trying to make that other team a half step slower off the snap. And the way these two teams' offenses roll down the field on their opening drives, if you can get the defense another half step slower, you might be in good shape. On 1st down and 5. The snap. Volk's going to pass. He's under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Volk was going to try to spin away, but he hung on, and he went down. A sack in the backfield for Spectrum on the Tigers' first pass play attempt. And it looked like it was Levi Sims on the tackle. Help was coming back beyond the 40 to the 37-yard line. A loss of 6 on the sack for the Spectrum Sting. And after 1st and 5, oh, correction, that's not a loss of 6. That's a loss of 11. Loss of 11 on the sack. And now here's Reyes on the handoff, trying to get outside. Steps through 1, steps through 2, gets to the 40. Hard run, and a flag comes in late. And this might tack on some yardage for the Tigers. It's a gain of 3 for Reyes. And they're going to have extra yardage, and it is going to be the personal foul. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting to see if it was the 5-yard variety or the personal foul variety, and that's going to be 15 yards, and that's going to wipe out that sack. And Pine River-Backus gets the first down via the penalty to the 40-yard line. Make that the 45-yard line of Spectrum. 3:57 to go. Pretty quick moving first quarter here. 7-6 Pine River-Backus. Volk in the shotgun, one receiver right, the snap, play action, looking, throwing near side, caught by Oberfell at the line of scrimmage, does not get much farther, quickly roped down by Elijah Sorensen, the senior backer. Tigers complete their second pass, both of them have been for very short yardage. The senior Oberfell with the catch to the 44, it's 2nd and 9. Tigers were super pumped up on that opening drive, drove it all the way down and scored. Spectrum answered. Can PRB answer the call? 2nd and long. Here's the snap. It's Reyes on the right side, hitting the backfield, and he's not going anywhere. Breaking through, and with the stop was Isaac Schopek. And after that first drive, now here in the second drive, Spectrum's getting that penetration on the line, and Reyes goes backwards to the 47. He loses 3. And now, what will the Tigers be able to put together on 3rd and long? It's 3rd and 12 from the Spectrum 47-yard line. And with Spectrum showing that they can shoot some gaps and get penetration, that Tigers offensive line is going to have to find a way to adjust. No deep safety look. Volk to pass. He's got time. He looks. He throws near side. Too high. Looking for Dable at the 42. Would have been well short of the first down. But now 4th down, and will the Tigers try to pin Spectrum deep? Doesn't look like it. Looks like Coach Fisher for last game of the year, with not a ton riding on this game other than injuries. Up now, it looks like he'll switch it up. They were going to keep the offense on the field for a moment. Now they're going to send Dawson Dable to punt. Spectrum's not even sending anybody back. They have Tyler Simonovich listed as their punt returner, and they're expecting a fake. Nobody back to return for Spectrum. Here's the snap, And Dable will get the kick. It's high, it's fairly short. It's going to hit at the 31-yard line. Takes a nice PRB roll, though, for Dable, and it'll settle at the 18-yard line. So Spectrum's defense able to put the brakes on a PRB drive after a big penalty against the Sting. And they force a Tigers punt with 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Spectrum will now get the ball 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line with the Tigers leading 7-6. Unfortunately for the Tigers, a short-lived second drive. On 1st and 10, Sims in the shotgun, Daniels to his right. Overload on the left side. Now Spectrum will flip-flop it and the Tigers will respond. You can tell both teams have kind of their strong side and weak side on the defense. Here's the snap to Daniels on the left side. He's got room. He's got the 20 to the 25. Breaks it through to the 27-yard line. Dable with the tackle. Coach Fisher said that with Daniels, the Tigers are going to have to wrap up. But on that play, Daniels wasn't even touched until Dable got him. And that's what they can't afford. They've got to get to him earlier, which is tough. You got all these bodies setting a wall, pushing down the field. Somebody's got to find a way to break through. It's a nice gain to the 26-yard line. Call it 8 for Daniels. Call it 9, and it's 2nd and 1. From the 27, direct snap to Daniels again, picking his way through left, breaks it outside to the numbers, 35-40, 45. Dable tracks him down again and brings him down at the Tigers' 42-yard line. Huge chunk for the senior Aaron Daniels, the small Spectrum crowd that made the trip from Elk River, celebrating as Spectrum with another big chunky yardage for their senior. 1st and 10 at the PRB 42-yard line. 31 on the carry. 67 yards and a score on just 4 carries for Aaron Daniels. Tigers have got to find a way. They give it to him again. Breaks out. This is Carlson. Owen Carlson. This time he has stopped. Ball came out late, but he was down. Cole Oberfell tried to say that ball came loose. It did, but the runner was clearly whistled down. Cole Oberfell with the stop on Carlson as he picks up, well, maybe half a yard. Call it no gain, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Minute left here in our opening quarter in Pine River, week number 8 for high school football. On 2nd down and a short 10. Overload right. Sims, the direct snap to Carlson. He's hitting the backfield, gets through 1, gets through 2, breaks free, and he's got 1st down. Yardage to the 30-yard line. Tigers nearly had him, but he escaped the grip in the backfield of Mason Nelson. They'll put him down at the 31. It's a gain of 11 and another Spectrum 1st down. Spectrum defense was able to get that stop. Tigers looking to do the same. 25 seconds to go in this first quarter. Sims will come out. I think they will have to snap it. There's 15 seconds to go. Sims will bring it up. Well, it's now under 10. The back judge's hand is not up yet. They could let it run down. Overload to the right. I think they're going to snap it. Here it is. Carlson trying to get to the edge. Sets it to the 30. 25 on the near sideline. Shoved out of bounds by Brody Mongan. But another nice chunk of yardage as the first quarter comes to an end. Spectrum on the drive as we get set for quarter number 2. They'll put it down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 8 for Owen Carlson, and that is how the first quarter comes to an end. It is Pine River-Backus 7, Spectrum 6. Spectrum on the drive here as the first quarter ends here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Propane from Lakes Community Co-op. You get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor, and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-13.
Devin Kruger back with you. Spectrum on the drive as we start the second quarter. They have it 2nd down and 2 at the Pine River-Backus 23-yard line. Both teams scored on their opening drive. Spectrum forced a PRB punt. Daniels is back in with Sims in the shotgun. Direct snap to Daniels. Following those blockers on the right side, waiting for his room. He kicks it out to the outside, steps through a tackle. He's inside the 15. Looks like they'll give him the 13-yard line. That is a 10-yard run for Aaron Daniels. And the senior proving he is a load to handle. 1st down and 10, Spectrum at the Tigers 13. Just starting quarter number 2. Sims and Daniels on the right. Daniels on the left of Sims. Overload to the right. Snap. Daniels high. He's going to hand it back up. Tyler Simonovich. He's got room. He breaks free. He gets tripped up. Cole Elberfeld just probably saved a tackle or a touchdown. He tripped up Simonovich, and as he stumbled, Owen Dable finished it off. Simonovich slow to get up, but he's inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, and we have an injury timeout after the pickup of 9 for Tyler Simonovich. Timeout on the field with an injury, 11:20 to go here in quarter number 2. We're just underway, 2nd and 1 for Spectrum as they're trying to take the lead. Here it's 7-6 Tigers. It's Pine River-Backus football on yourliveevent.com.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Seven, 6 Pine River-Backus, but Spectrum is on the doorstep. It's 2nd and 1. The ball is at the PRB 4-yard line as they got Tyler Simonovich off the field. And again, Coach Gangle said they want to get out of here healthy. Aaron Daniels has carried most of the load. He's in that shotgun set as the running back. Overload to the right. Here's the snap, and we have a flag as a snap, and Pine River-Backus was lined up offside. So the Tigers trying to get whatever advantage they can to figure out how to stop Daniels with this heavy set. But this is going to move the ball to the 2-yard line, and it's going to give the Sting a 1st down and goal at the 2. Spectrum, a 3A school, coming in at 6 and 1. Coach Fisher said that he felt that the Tigers could certainly play with this team, and they have. Defense trying to at least force something. Daniels fakes right, goes left, and he walks in. With that overload right, it's just a matter of time. The defense flowed to the left, and they couldn't quite recover as Aaron Daniels is in for the 2nd time tonight from 2 yards out. And Spectrum takes a 12-7 lead early in the second quarter. A lot of times it's about responding, and that's where the Tigers really are going to be tested now. A team that sometimes has struggled to respond after some rough first quarters. It's been a good first quarter for the most part. Spectrum will go for 2. They have a receiver split wide right. Now coming in motion. Goes across the formation and a high snap to Sims. He's trying to plow in himself. He gets hit and he is down, and they do not make it again. 2-point conversion fails, but Spectrum gets the lead with 11:07 to go in quarter number 2. It is Spectrum 12, Pine River-Backus 7. We'll be back with the kickoff after this here on yourliveevent.com.
Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs with on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing. Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Welcome back. Pine River-Backus Tigers now trail the Spectrum Sting Week 8 matchup. Dinsdale has it teed up. Here's another low line drive kick. Scooped up at the 32-yard line. Far side numbers 35 to the 40 to the 45. Tigers will have good field position. Got to see if that offense can get rolling like the first drive as Dawson Dable was on the return for the Tigers. 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. Now trailing 12-7 to the Spectrum Sting. Another 8-play drive for the Sting. And another Aaron Daniels touchdown from 2 yards out. 2 two-point conversions have failed. So if the Tigers can find a way to answer and get that offense rolling again, they will have a chance to get back in front. On 1st and 10 in the shotgun is Andrew Volk. 2 receivers to the right. He's back to pass. He's looking. He's going to throw it on the run. Looking to their sideline, Adrian Schrupp, and he cannot make the catch. Went through his hands, went through the hands of Tyler Simonovich. It's incomplete. Volk is 2 for 4 for just 4 yards here in this first half. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Pequot Lakes is on top of Mora, 32-0 after the first quarter. Pillager trying to cap off an undefeated regular season. They lead 14-0 against Park Rapids. Second down and 10 for PRB. Scored on the opening drive. On the second drive, got a little help from a penalty, but didn't have as much. Spectrum started to get some penetration. Tigers got to find it. Second down. Handoff to Reyes, trying to get to the outside. He cuts it up. He's got midfield, and he's thrown down by Owen Carlson. Nice tackle by Carlson, or else Reyes had a lot of green on the near sideline. Into Spectrum territory to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 5, 3rd down and 5. It's a long 5 for the Tigers here. Early second quarter, and Spectrum holding a 12-7 lead. On 3rd down, the Tigers will send one wide receiver wide to the left. Here's the snap. It's the double handoff. Brody Mongan following a blocker. He's got the first down and more. 40, 35 to the far sideline, 30. Hit and dropped down. The double handoff as Brody Mongan followed Cole Oberfeld through the hole all the way down. And he is brought down by Brandon Simonovich, but not after a big chunk the Tigers have been looking for. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. That is 24 yards. Make that, 26 yards on the carry. Oh, wait, they were on the 48. Sorry, they were on the 48 of Spectrum. 22 yards on the carry for Mongan. 1st down and 10. Here's the run on the right side. This is Reyes trying to bully his way down to the 22-yard line. Gain of 4 for Reyes. 50 yards on 9 carries for Reyes here in this first half. Spectrum leading 12-7. PRB will send Owen Dable in with the play. 2nd down and a short 6. Make that a long 6 for the Tigers. Dable lined up as a tight end on the right. beast mode formation. Here's Reyes, left side, trying to leap through a small seam. He's going to be pushed back at the 20. Spectrum's done a little better job on that monster overload formation of getting a push and a seam for the running backs. Tigers gain a little bit of a push, but it got stacked up and very traffic jam-like pile at the 20-yard line. 3rd down and 4 for the Tigers. They need to get kind of just about to that 16-yard line. Not quite fully to the 16. Of course, we don't have the hash marks on the field, but I've seen enough football fields. 3rd and a long 4. Tigers taking a lot of time, and Coach Fisher wanting to make sure they have just the right play call. Tigers will take their first time out of the first half. Timeout on the field. Here it is, week number 8, high school football. Spectrum leading 12-7. A big 3rd down here for the Tigers after this on yourliveevent.com.
When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School.
When you buy your propane from Lakes Community Co-op, you get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
We're back. It's 3rd down and 4 for the PRB Tigers. Ball at the Spectrum 20-yard line. Quickly to the line. Handoff right side as Volk gives it to Reyes. He's going to lean forward, and he's going to be short. He needed about the 16. He got the 17. It's a big 4th down here coming for the PRB Tigers, trailing by 5 in the 2nd quarter. He needed 4. Got 3 to the 17-yard line. Just under 8 to play here in quarter number 2. PRB scored on their opening drive. Spectrum answered. PRB punted, and Spectrum drove the field again. And possessions are going to be limited with these two offenses. Volk, the snap, the handoff, right side with a seam, inside, diving to the 15. 1st down run for Sean Reyes and the PRB Tigers. When they needed it the most, they got it to the 15-yard line. A gain of 2 and a fresh 4 for PRB. 12-7 Spectrum. Tigers going to bring Dawson Gravel in, a freshman, on this formation. Gravel's going to be a wingback on the right. Mongan is the tailback with Volk. Hard snap, count, some flinching. Here's the handoff. Mongan left side trying to find a seam, and he's not going to get much. Maybe a yard as Isaac Melger rolled him over as he came through and only picked up 1 to the 14. 2nd down and 9. Mongan broke off a 22-yard run on this drive with the double handoff. Well, actually, they really didn't give him much of anything. We'll call it no gain. We'll go with the official guys here in the box. It's not a full yard. I'm good with it. 2nd down and 10 from the 15. Volk, shotgun snap, handoff. Reyes cuts inside. He's got the 15 with some room. He's got the 10, stutter steps, and gets himself down to the 8-yard line. A much more manageable 3rd down here. A gain of 7 for Reyes. Can we agree on that one, Ben? Gain of 7 for Reyes. 3rd down and 3 at the Spectrum 8-yard line. Big drive here for the Tigers. Halfway through quarter number 2. Lead him up to the line is Carson Crawford, the center. Volk. And we got movement. Now Spectrum moved and then Brady Mongan moved. What happened first? Did Spectrum cross the line first or did Mongan move first? I almost wonder if Spectrum didn't cross the neutral zone first, and nope, it's going to be a false start on the Tigers. That was really close. There was a noticeable flinch on the D-line, but the officials will rule that Mongan moved either at the same time or perhaps the defensive lineman didn't quite cross the neutral zone. So now, unfortunately for the Tigers, you're back to the 13 and 3rd down and 3. Now it becomes 3rd down and 8. Tigers will go with the bulk formation. Reyes with the snap, looking for room. Not much there. Levi Sims did a good job to force Reyes inside, and then Owen Carlson cut him down only after a gain of 1 to the 12-yard line, and now here comes a 4th down again for the Tigers. What can PRB come up with on 4th down and 7 at the Spectrum 12-yard line? Spectrum looking for a big stop, holding a 5-point lead. First and foremost, I'm anticipating a hard count. See if you can get that free 5 back. Tigers will send 2 receivers to the right. Here's the snap. Volk looking, rolling right, throwing in the flat. Caught! 10, 5, corner, and down at the 1-yard line. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line. It was Adrian Schrupp, and it's 1st and goal for the PRB Tigers. On the out route, Volk on the run, put it on the spot. The Tigers get 11. First catch for the senior, Schrupp, and here's the snap. Volk in, touchdown PRB. The quarterback keeper for the 2nd time tonight, the senior Andrew Volk in from a yard out, and Pine River-Backus is back in front, 13-12, and they wasted no time on that one. The 11-yard strike on 4th down to set it up. The 1-yard plunge, and Dawson Dable is back on for the point after. Easton Wynn will hold it. Crawford the snap, the spot. This one missed to the right. Looked clean, but just pushed, and it's a 1-point lead for PRB. At 13-12, 4:46 to go in the 2nd quarter. We've got the kickoff right after this here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Devin Kruger back with you. 2nd quarter, Pine River-Backus with the lead again, 13-12. Cole Oberfell with the kick. It's a low line drive. It's going to get hit at the 29-yard line. And boy, before taking a step back, quickly falling down to make the recovery was Caden Tunsing to at least hold the possession for the Spectrum Sting. From the 29-yard line, both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, 4:44 to go, 2nd quarter. Spectrum from their own 29, they are 2 for 2 on touchdown drives, and that's kind of the amazing thing. Again, both these teams, they are grinded out teams. This is only the 3rd possession for the Sting. In that shotgun set, overload right, it's Daniels. He's trying to get to the outside. There's the block from Sims. He's got the 35. He's got the 40. Far sideline, 45 across midfield, and another huge chunk for Aaron Daniels and the Spectrum Sting offense. A lot of those runs are kind of designed to go off tackle. This one went wide, and the Tigers got caught not stretching it out. Levi Sims, the quarterback, with a key block, and it springs it to the PRB 45-yard line. 26 yards for Aaron Daniels. He is already over 100 yards with 2 touchdowns on just 7 carries. 105 and 2 touchdowns. From the 45, it's 1st and 10. Same set, strong left. Here's a snap. Daniels trying to get outside. Dable this time, or Schrupp cut him in, but he's still got some room. Finally grabbed by Carson Crawford. He's inside the 35 to the 34. That's 11 more for Daniels, and the Tigers had better find a way to stop this young man, or Spectrum's going to just continue to answer. They'll put this at the 35, so a gain of 10. From the PRB 35, hurry up offense for Spectrum, playing with some tempo. Run it till they stop it. That's what some coaches will say. Coach Gangle saying that. Here's Daniels. This time he cuts inside. He's grabbed by Cole Oberfeld, but he gives him a ride inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line. They're going to give him 8. Almost to the 26. I called that the 35. Still call it 8 for Daniels. 123 on 9 carries. 2nd down. And here's a high snap. Daniels hit in the backfield. The Tigers with the delayed blitz and coming through. Making the stop was Brody Mongan. Very well timed by Mongan. It's 3rd down for Spectrum. Loss of 1 for Daniels. From the 22. 22 and a half, call it even. Sims in the shotgun. Snap, Sims, backwards pass to Tyler Simonovich. He's got the block, he's got free, and Tyler Simonovich scores. It was a backwards pass, so it's a run. The Tigers one block, and Simonovich was free, and he is in Spectrum back in front on a 22-yard run by Tyler Simonovich. The snap to Sims, he threw it. It was clearly backwards from my vantage point on the near side. And Simonovich got the one key block, and he was sprung free. 22 yards for Tyler Simonovich. And Spectrum will go for 2. 18-13 our score. The snap to Daniels on the right side. This time he's got a clearing. He's in. 2-point conversion good. Back and forth we go. 2:59 to go in the second quarter. Spectrum back in front, 20-13. They'll kick off to the Tigers when we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Pierce, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs with on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing. Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Devin Kruger back with you. What a fun Week 8 game we have here in Pine River. Spectrum in front 20-13. Spectrum has scored on all 3 drives. PRB defense certainly has some work to do in that aspect, but their offense had a tremendous 11-play drive to score on their first drive, and after they punted, they put together a long drive on their third drive of the first half. Now Brandon Simonovich has it teed up to kick off this time for the Spectrum Sting. Tigers have put together an 11-play drive and a 12-play drive. 20-13. Here's Brandon Simonovich in a low floating kick, caught at the 40-yard line, far side to the 45, and close to midfield on the return. Tigers pretty aware of that. Dawson Dable again, I think, was on the return, and Pine River-Backus will start at midfield for this drive with 2:56 to go and 2 timeouts. Spectrum went with some tempo and even kind of ran a hurry-up offense, even though there was a bunch of time left. So, can the Tigers respond? Maybe we go. One of the guys up here in the box said, well, we'll go into the half 20-20. That would be pretty cool. Tigers come up with the overload set. Here's the snap. Volk is going to pass on it. He's got Overfill wide open. Overfill bobbles it, and it's dropped at the Spectrum 35. Brody Mongan, hands on his helmet behind. Cole Overfill looks down at his hands and thinks, what did I just miss? What a beautiful play call by the Tigers. They had it, but Overfill just couldn't haul in the pass, and it's 2nd down and 10. Half of the stands were rising to their feet when that ball got to Overfill. Everybody saw it. Unfortunately, a missed opportunity for the PRB Tigers. That was a absolutely perfect play call coming out. Can the Tigers rebound? Same formation. Here's the snap. This time it's Reyes, though. Reyes looking for the lane. He's going to cut it to the outside. Cuts it back in. He's hit. He backpedals his way for a gain of 6. Brought down by Tyler Simonovich. It'll be 2nd down and call it 5 as they'll put it on the 40, the back edge of the ball, pretty much at the 45-yard line. So 3rd down and 5 now. Reyes 70 yards on 15 carries here in this first half. Andrew Volk 2 one-yard touchdown plunges. On 3rd down, Reyes again, right side. He's got room again to the 40. Runs through a Sting defender to a 1st down at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, Pine River-Backus, 2:19 to go in this first half from the Spectrum 36. That's a gain of 9 for Reyes. Coach Fisher said in the pregame, these boys are fired up tonight. We have seen it. They have been able to move the ball on offense for most. Again, the keys are going to be on defense, and we're going to get a Spectrum timeout here. Tigers came out with the shotgun formation, and Spectrum will take their 2nd timeout of the first half. We have got a battle here in Pine River for week number 8. Spectrum with the lead, 20-13. We're late in the 2nd quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
For you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Pine River. 20-13, Spectrum in front. Spectrum takes a defensive timeout here. Both teams trying to figure out the best way to stop the others. Spectrum got one key stop in the first half. Tigers on 1st and 10 from the 36. Man in motion left to right. Volk, the snap. Handoff, Brody Mongan gets a little seam. No push from Spectrum, and Mongan able to pick his way to the 31. 4th carry tonight for the senior Mongan. He's got 35 yards. And after that second drive, Spectrum got a couple of key penetration plays to stop the Tigers' offense. They haven't been able to find a way to do that yet. The Tigers haven't been able to penetrate the Spectrum offense. Reyes back in the backfield. He'll get the handoff. Going left side, falling through the hole. He's inside the 30 and then twisted backwards. Dalton Tominski was leading the charge, and now Pine River-Backus will take their 2nd timeout as the clock is at 1:43. The ball is at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for Reyes on his 17th first half carry, and Coach Fisher said Reyes is going to have to carry the load. It's 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers at the 28-yard line. And the second timeout taken for PRB, we'll keep it here. So both teams with one timeout left. First half, 20-13 Spectrum in front. Third down and 2 for PRB with one timeout remaining. If you're Coach Fisher, and again, both of these teams were winless last year. They've picked up some wins. Spectrum coming in 6-1 in a division with some 4A schools, as Coach Gangle said, and some other charter schools that are down in the Twin Cities area. Pine River-Backus 2-5. Trying to snap a 3-game losing skid. Tigers will quickly come to the line. I think PRB has to have a couple of plays called. Reyes is in the backfield with Volk. Spectrum cheating up on the line of scrimmage. Man in motion left to right is Mongan. Here's the snap. Handoff on the delay. Handoff Reyes with room. 25 to the 20 to the near sideline. 15 and he gets out of bounds. Lots of room on the right side as the Tigers closed off the edge. And Sean Reyes to the 14 of Spectrum. A run of 14. And a first down for Pine River-Backus. Clock stopped at $1:37 here in the first half. Tigers 1 for 2 on extra point kicks. If they score a touchdown, I'm really curious to see what they do. Here's the overload, the snap. Reyes, right side, cuts back. He's got the 10. He's got the 5. He's down to the 1-yard line. 13 yards for Sean Reyes. It is first and goal. This is the third time we've had to go at the 1. Will they finally let Reyes punch one in? First down and goal for the Tigers. And neither team using their last timeout, at least not right now. If I'm the Tigers, I let the play clock wind down, and it looks like that's exactly what Coach Fisher is doing. I don't know if they'll burn their last timeout on this, but he's talking on the near sideline, and it looks like he is in no hurry to send in the play. Here comes Brody Mongan. First and goal at the 1 for the Tigers. We're under a minute. Play clock at 10. Volk with Reyes. Volk, and before the snap, we're going to have a timeout taken by Spectrum. So Spectrum will use their final first half timeout with 54 seconds to go. They were going to run the quarterback sneak, which Volk so far has run 4 times on the 1-yard line. Twice he's scored, 3 times on the 1-yard line. Twice he's scored. If they give Volk the ball here, if I'm Sean Reyes, I'm like, the next time I am not getting stopped at the 1-yard line. The Week 8 game that you didn't know if it would happen after word spread that Cass Lake Bena forfeited. And now look at the showing and look at the excitement that we have here tonight with these two teams going head-to-head. Both coaches were so thrilled that Spectrum had an opening. They were able to get connected and quickly put together this game on the short week to wrap up the season. And if the second half goes anything like this first half, and even if it doesn't, these groups of boys are going to have some awesome memories of this Week 8 football team. Here we go again. First and goal at the 1. Volk, right side. He is in. Touchdown, Pine River-Backus. Andrew Volk, for the third time tonight, plunges in from a yard out, went on the right side, and it's 20-19 Spectrum. So now the choice. They're 1 for 2 on PAT kicks. They are going to go for 2 this time around as PRB is going to try to regain the lead. Spectrum does receive the second half kick. Tigers will rush up. Reyes in the power set. The snap. Reyes, right side. He's hit and he's down. Spectrum will hang on to the lead for now. The 20-20 prediction wasn't going to happen either way on that one there, Roger. 20-19 Spectrum. 50.9 seconds. Now, we have seen Spectrum get some big chunks of yardage. The Tigers have got to be very, very disciplined on defense because, number one, you've got this momentum back. Yes, you're down by 1, but you grabbed that momentum back to answer the call again from Spectrum. But you let them break one and go down and score. Spectrum gets all that momentum back, plus they get the ball to start the second half. And so far, Spectrum is 3 for 3 on touchdown drives. So this Tigers coaching staff and these guys, especially, again, it comes down to those senior captains and, doing your job on defense. Coach Fisher talked about you got to just do your job. And we'll see if the Tigers can do just that here in the first half. Cole Oberfeld has it teed up. Spectrum looks like they're anticipating a short kick. Here's Oberfeld's approach, and it's a low line drive. It's going to hop up. It's going to hop nicely into the hands at the 21-yard line. This is Tyler Simonovich. He's across the 30, and he's tripped up to the 35-yard line. It was Andrew Volk on the tackle. So no timeouts, 46 seconds to go. After Pine River-Backus and Spectrum's already up to the line of scrimmage, they're going to go fast. 46.8 in the shotgun. Here's the snap to Daniels. Left side, slips a tackle in the backfield, tries to get outside. He's hit. He breaks another. He's at the 40, trying to get out of bounds, and he does. Well, the Tigers not once but twice had him for short yardage situation. They give him the 41. He's got 6. From the 41-yard line, 39 seconds. Now, again, the back end of that defense, you've got to be ready. Levi Sims has only attempted 1 pass, but don't be surprised if they try to leak somebody out just like the Tigers did. Overload to the left. Daniels to the left of Sims. 2nd down and 4 for Spectrum. Spectrum ready. Here's the snap. Here's the fake handoff. Sims looking to pass. He throws to the near side, and it's caught to the 45 and out of bounds at the PRB 40. Good pass by Sims. He finds Brandon Simonovich. 32 seconds to go. They mark him out at the Pine River-Backus 41-yard line. That's 18 on the first completion of the night. Senior to senior, Sims to Brandon Simonovich. 1st down and 10 for Spectrum at the 41-yard line. Clock stopped at 32 seconds. And you can sense the nerves in the PRB faithful. A good chunk of yardage there. 1st and 10 at the Tigers 41. Tyler Simonovich going to split out wide to the right. Daniels in the backfield. Brandon Simonovich just off the line on the left. Sims will take the snap. He's looking to pass. He's looking to set up the screen. It's thrown, and it's dropped by Owen Carlson. Tigers had it defended pretty well. Carlson would have been dropped. This actually helps Spectrum because if he makes that catch, the Tigers were right there to drop him, and time would have kept going. That drop helps the Spectrum Sting. 28.3 seconds to go, 2nd quarter, with the Sting leading by 1. Devin Kruger here with you and having a blast with this Week 8 contest. Owen Carlson's going to split wide to the right. 2 receivers left. The blocking back, Mason Carlson, in the backfield with Sims. Clearly a passing situation. And there's Carlson, and we're going to have a false start. Right before the snap went, Carlson lost his balance. No 10-second runoff with like the NFL. Of course, clock wasn't running anyway. 27 seconds, they'll put it back to the 46-yard line. 2nd down and 15 for the Sting. Aaron Daniels is out on the sidelines on these passing downs. See if the Tigers can get back there and bring Sims down for a sack. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Carlson to the left of Sims. Tigers showing a blitz. Carlson motions out. Here's Sims. He's hit in the backfield and he's dropped. Andrew Volk on the stop back at the 45-yard line. That's a loss of 9 on the sack. And suddenly with 13 seconds, Spectrum hurries to the line again. 3rd down and long. Sims will take the snap. Here comes Volk again. Sims running to his right. On the run, looking downfield. He throws, and it is incomplete. Went off the hands of Owen Dable near the far sideline, and the clock hits 0. We're heading to halftime. Here in Pine River, a 1-point game at the break for week number 8. Spectrum 20, Pine River-Backus 19. We'll recap the first half when we come back. This is high school football and yourliveevent.com.
Coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. prbschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
When you buy your propane from Lakes Community Co-op, you get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Welcome back. It is halftime. Some flag football happening on the field with some future Tigers as Spectrum leading Pine River-Backus in this Week 8 contest 20-19. What a fun football game here. The football game that almost never was is certainly going to be remembered here in Pine River. Devin Kruger here with you. What a blast as Spectrum has a 1-point lead at the break. Spectrum will get the ball to start the second half. And this first half, coming into it, we said both teams, they talked about grinding it out. They are running teams, and when you have two full-fledged running teams, Possessions are limited. That clock keeps rolling. Pretty quick first half. Of course, we had stoppages because the teams were successful in putting together scoring drives. Pine River-Backus started with the football, and they went 11 plays, 69 yards on the opening drive. A 1-yard touchdown run by Andrew Volk. Point after kick was good. It was 7-0. Spectrum responded. An 8-play, 65-yard drive, 22 yards by their top senior back, Aaron Daniels, and it was the point after a 2-point conversion failed. Tigers led 7-6. The only what I'd call true stop in the first half came on the Tigers' second drive, and it gave Spectrum a little bit of the advantage that we kind of see right now. Tigers punted. Spectrum went 82 yards in 8 plays, a 2-yard touchdown run by Aaron Daniels with the 2-point conversion failing, put Spectrum up 12-7. Tigers were able to respond, starting on their own 47. The last 2 kickoffs, Spectrum has kicked it short. Tigers have had good field position, and they've utilized it. A 12-play, 53-yard drive. Andrew Volk again from 1 yard out. The point after failed, so the Tigers had a 1-point lead at 13-12. Spectrum put together another drive. 3 for 3 on true drives in the first half for Spectrum, as Spectrum went 71 yards. I didn't get the play call count or the play count on that one, but 71 yards, and it was 22 yards this time by Tyler Simonovich. A little backwards pass, and to the near sideline, he got the key block he needed and was sprung free. The 2-point conversion was good for the first time, putting Spectrum up by 7 at 20-13. The Tigers respond again after a short kick. Dawson Dable got the Tigers 1st and 10 right at midfield. And on a 4th down, they completed a big-time pass from Andrew Volk to Adrian Schrupp. Put it 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. And for the 3rd time tonight, a 1-yard QB sneak for Andrew Volk. The 2-point conversion failed, so the Tigers stayed behind at 20-19. With about 50 seconds to go, the Tigers kicked off, and Spectrum started at their own 35. We saw them get some big chunk plays, so I think there was a little bit of like, oh, no, they didn't have any timeouts, but you get out of bounds. Is there enough time? Well, it looked like Spectrum might put something together. Got a big chunk yardage play from Aaron Daniels and from Aaron Daniels for 26 yards. And then had a good pass play from Levi Sims to Brandon Simonovich. That was the big one for 18 yards. Got him into PRB territory. But with time against them, Spectrum felt they had to go to the passing game. Andrew Volk ends up with a big sack. Put Spectrum on 3rd and really long. Got an incomplete pass. Got at the end of the half. So with that sack was huge, because if Spectrum gets another key piece of yardage and even gets out of bounds or a chance to clock the ball with a spike, they would have had a chance to maybe throw it into the end zone. But that sack put them back so far that they really would have needed something, not that teams can't break off huge plays, but would have been fairly miraculous with the Tigers playing soft defense for Spectrum to score. So that's where we're at. Again, Spectrum does get the ball to start the second half. So I know with Pine River-Backus, they're thinking it's all about stopping the run game, right? You have teams like this, who can get the key stops in the key moments. The Tigers have got to find a way to stop that overload running game of the Spectrum Sting. Spectrum has the 20-19 lead. We will go through the first half numbers as I have them. First half stats coming up next. It is break time here in Pine River with Spectrum Sting leading the PRB Tigers 20-19 here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at Enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs with on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing. Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Welcome back to halftime here at Pine River-Backus High School. Devin Kruger with you as it's 20-19, Spectrum leading Pine River-Backus. I was just checking some area scores. We'll look at getting to those here as the halftime rolls on and the youngsters still entertaining the crowd. Here are the first half numbers by my count. I have the Spectrum Sting for 221 yards of offense in the first half, 203 on the ground. Senior Aaron Daniels, as good as advertised, 128 yards and 2 touchdowns on only 11 carries in the first half. Touchdown runs of 22 and 2. He's also had runs of 31, 26, and a couple of 10. Tigers have got to keep him from breaking off those big ones. Coach Gangle even said, they're a boring team. 3 yards, 3 yards. Well, they've been anything but boring with 3-yard runs in the first half. Owen Carlson, 5 carries for 33 yards. Levi Sims, the quarterback's been sacked once. He has 3 carries for 9 yards. Tyler Simonovich, 3 carries, 33 yards, including a 22-yard touchdown. In the passing game, Levi Sims, 1 for 4 in the first half, an 18-yard completion to Brandon Simonovich. So 221 on the yardage in the first half for the Sting, 10 first downs, 3 penalties for a total of 15. Make that 25 yards, 3 penalties for 25 yards against Spectrum. For the Pine River-Backus Tigers, 168 yards of offense in the first half, 153 on the ground. Sean Reyes, the workhorse, 19 carries, 109 yards in the first half. Andrew Volk, 7 carries for 9 yards. But there were 3 one-yard touchdown runs. He also took an 11-yard sack. That's affecting the yardage. And then Brody Mongan, Coach Fisher said some of these guys are going to, when they're called upon, they've got to make use of those opportunities, and the Tigers have. Mongan, 4 carries, but for 35 yards, including a big 22-yard run on the Tigers' third drive that set up a score. Andrew Volk, the senior in the passing game, 3 out of 6, all fairly short passes, 3 out of 6 for 15 yards. Adrian Schrupp, Owen Dable, Cole Oberfeld all have 1 reception in this first half. 168 on the yardage, 9 first downs for the Tigers. They were penalized 4 times for 27 yards. No turnovers in the first half. Turnover free in the first half. The running game's looking strong. And again, it is simply which team can come up with the biggest stop in the second half. Spectrum leads at 20-19. We'll look at the area scoreboard and take a look at what else is coming up on the horizon as we break. We're going to have more right after this. It's high school football on YourLiveEvent.com.
The PRB Boosters are Happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. prbschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time. Serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Welcome back to Pine River-Backus High School. Devin Kruger with you as the little ones are wrapping up. They've got the varsity teams getting ready to warm up for the second half. Spectrum with a 20-19 lead. Other scores throughout the region. Pequot Lakes all over Mora, 42-0. International Falls, a good one at Crosby Ironton. I Falls leading 14-6. These are halftime scores. Pillager shutting out Park Rapids 21-0. Greenway, Nashua Keewatin trying to stun Aiken on the road. It's an 8-7 GNK lead at the break. Brainerd hanging in with number 2 ranked Spring Lake Park at the half. Spring Lake Park leading 14-10. Walker, Hackensack, Akeley on top of Nevis. That's a close one, 14-6 up in Walker early in the second half. It's Piers all over Malacca. Staples Motley on top of Pelican Rapids, 28-6. As Mille Lacs and 9-player, Mille Lacs trailing at Bertha Hewitt, 20-12. McGregor, we win tonight at Carleton Renshaw, 38-18. Pine River-Backus volleyball will be on the home court for the start of the 5A section playoffs. They're looking to get the number 2 seed in their subsection. Seedings officially come out on Sunday, but Pine River-Backus is expected to be home Wednesday and potentially also Friday next week. Home matches will be potentially on radio, but they will be right here on yourliveevent.com. You can check out yourliveevent.com for the schedule, or check out rjbroadcasting.com for the full broadcast schedule with both radio and video coverage. Spectrum has the lead, 22-19. Pine River-Backus will kick off to the Sting to start the second half when we come back right after this on yourliveevent.com.
Fuel and Baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
When you buy your propane from Lakes Community Co-op, you get the propane from the pro without the pain. The Pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget moonlight bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
Back with you. We're getting ready to start quarter number 3. Devin Kruger with you, having an absolute blast with this one. Spectrum 20, Pine River-Backus 19 on yourliveevent.com. Cole Oberfell has it teed up. Both teams, the last couple kickoffs we've seen have been pretty short. Not that they're like intentional trying to get onside kicks, but just kind of seeing how that goofy ball bounces. Here's the kick. It's a low liner, and it goes through the hands of Aaron Daniels at the 34. He's trying to find room on the near side. There's nothing there. Owen Dable's got him, and the Tigers bring him down at the 33-yard line. Actually, will lose a yard to the 34 on the return. So Spectrum, the last drive ended at the half. They were 3 for their first 3. 8 seconds ticked off the clock. 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Spectrum going left to right here to start quarter number 3. Can the Tigers find a way to stop this overload running attack? They overload to the right. Sims and Daniels in that backfield. 1st down and 10. Here's the snap to Daniels, trying to go middle. He's hit, he's spun around, he stood up, and he's down at the 37. Tigers excited. They got a short trip out of it. Sean Reyes in on the stop along with Ethan Vander Ark, the freshman. It's a gain of 3 for Daniels, one of his shortest carries of the night. 2nd down and 7. Now, of course, again, if you're Coach Gangle and Spectrum, you'll take 3 yards. You know, you get something like 3-3-4, 3-4-3, whatever it is. You'll just methodically and painfully drive down the field against the opponent. Same formation, overloaded to the short side with the ball on the right hash. Now Spectrum will flip it. Tigers hustling to get into position. Tigers communicating. Sims on 2nd down. Line snap down. Here's the snap to Daniels. Left side looking for room. He's trying to break it outside. Here comes the rush, and Adrian Schrupp with a tackle for loss back to the 36. Adrian Schrupp got out to that edge. Tigers fired up. They'll put it all the way back to the 35. It's 3rd down and 9. A loss of 2. Opening drive of the second half. Tigers defense trying to make a statement. Same formation for the overload. Overload right. On 3rd and 9. Sims will take the snap. He's going to look to pass. He stops. He pumps. He's in trouble. He spins. He's going to the left side. Andrew Volk trying to chase. He throws. It's incomplete. 4th down, Spectrum. Volk was chasing Sims, and Sims, after coming to the right, had nowhere to go. Good speed by Volk to chase him down. Sims is the punter listed for Spectrum. 4th down and 9. Easton Wynn will run onto the field in punt return formation. Spectrum will line up against Spectrum. They do not have much depth, so the Tigers were quite sure it's the same guys on the field for the punt team. Sims to punt. Here's the snap. Sims will get it away just in time. It's a short kick. It's going to hit at the 50. It's going to roll inside the 40. Wynn chase it down, and boy, Spectrum got a heck of a roll on that. You could tell Easton Wynn, he was hoping that ball would pop up in the air. He was going to grab it on the run, but he wisely didn't reach down for it. Takes a really good Spectrum roll. That was a 24-yard roll, that ball hitting at midfield. But the Tigers defense gets a 3 and out to start the second half. 9:56 to go. Spectrum up 20-19. First and 10 Tigers. They'll put it at the 27-yard line. A 23-yard roll for Levi Sims on that punt. Let's see if the Tigers offense can keep going. Two receivers left, short side of the field. In the shotgun is Andrew Volk. He'll send Mongan in motion, right to left. Here's a snap, handoff, Reyes, left side, looking for the edge, breaks a tackle, 30, cuts inside, hit by Owen Carlson, and Reyes down at the 35, and a gain of 8 on the first down carry for Reyes, the junior back. Very, very talkative sideline for the Tigers, and now we have a Spectrum sting down. And Coach, again, with both of these teams, not much there for depth, and hoping that any injury is not too serious. Looks like it's Owen Carlson who made the tackle that's down. We will break. Spectrum leading 20-19. Tigers on their first drive of the second half. We'll be back after this on yourliveevent.com.
Bridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at hannikininsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs with on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing. Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Devin Kruger back with you. They are helping Owen Carlson off the field very, very slowly. After the play, he was up on his feet, and then whether it was a concussion, they're holding his back tight, whatever it was, a Tiger actually helped him back to the ground, and we hope the best for Owen Carlson as he's helped off to the sidelines. As we return to play, it's 2nd down and 2 for the Tigers at their own 35-yard line, trailing by 1. First Tigers drive of the second half. Here's that double handoff, and Brody Mongan bobbled it, got it back, and just able to lean forward. That could have been dangerous. Hans Burfind had Mongan wrapped up quickly, and it looked like he bobbled that double handoff from Reyes. Tigers have had good success with that, but not this time. Burfind with a nice stop for no gain. 3rd down and short for the PRB Tigers. Both teams trying to get a solid win heading into the playoffs. In the shotgun is Volk. 6 men across the line of scrimmage. Reyes on the left side gets the block, gets the first down. Short gain, but he got enough to move the chains. First down run for PRB, and again, pulling was Dalton Tominski, the sophomore, and Reyes followed him through the hole. They'll give him the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3 and a fresh 4. 120 yards on 21 carries for Sean Reyes. 1st and 10, Pine River-Backus. 8:25 to go, 3rd quarter. Tigers got a 3-and-out on the defensive side. One receiver wide to the left. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff. This is Mongan, and he hits the wall, and he's spun down at the line of scrimmage. Ran into the arms of Isaac Schopek, and nothing doing, 2nd and 10. Tigers will get the players in early to bring in the play. Mongan will be in the backfield again. Reyes is off to the near sideline. Volk, the snap. Volk on the keeper, left side. He's hit at the 40, not much. Going to be 3rd and long for the Tigers as Volk picks up 3. At the 41-yard line, 3rd and a long 7 for Pine River-Backus. Line of scrimmage on the original spot, kind of between that 38-39, and you can see it's almost closer to 3rd and 8. Reyes is back in. Potential passing down for the Tigers. Now, Spectrum typically hasn't played a deep safety look. They have Brandon Simonovich as the safety. Owen Dable wide to the left. Volk, handoff to Reyes. Trying to get outside, and he's hit and dropped. Hans Burfein shot straight up field. It looks like Spectrum expected the Tigers to try to get out wide. Burfein went straight up the field, and Reyes ran right into him. Lost back to the 36-yard line. A loss of 5, and both defenses get a stop to start the second half. Dawson Dable is on for the punt. Tigers have to get somebody on the field late. They have time. On 4th down and 12. Good snap. Dable gets the kick away. Ends up on, he's looking for a flag, and here the ball hops past Tyler Simonovich. Coach Fisher's looking for a flag too. I had a pretty good view. I don't really think anybody made contact with him. If they did, it was extremely light. Coach Fisher really upset that there was no flag. And the Spectrum Sting will start 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. So how about that? Both defenses come up with a stop to start the second half. 6:11 to play in the 3rd quarter. It's still 20-19 in favor of Spectrum. We'll call this the 24-yard line. 1st and 10 for Spectrum. You guys are the official ones. Don't look at me. 1st and 10 for the 24 for the Sting, wearing the whites. With the overload formation on the short side of the field, here's the snap to Daniels. Daniels looking for room, picking, good push. Now he's stacked up as he crosses the 25. They'll give him the 27-yard line, 2nd and 7. And this is what the Tigers are looking for, at least. Don't let them break off those 6, 8, 10 chunks that they were getting in the first half. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Trying to get that physicality switched around. Who can stand up who? But these games, talk about those battles in the trenches, that is everything in this contest. 2nd down and 7 for the Sting. Sims in the shotgun, the snap. Sims straight up the middle. Sims trying to find a break loose, and he spins out of a tackle at the 32. Then he's rolled over. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Cole Oberfeld was hanging on for dear life. Sims able to spin out of him. Adrian Schrupp, Gage Deers, Owen Dable all in on the stop. They'll put it down at the 32, make it the 33, and it's going to be 3rd and 1.
Let's go, Tiger defense.
Gain of 7. Make that a gain of 6 for Sims on the keeper. 3rd down and 1. 2 receivers wide to the left. Daniels with Sims in the shotgun. I think they're just trying to get a couple defenders out. Now Daniels is going to motion out. Sims going to take it himself up the middle. 1st down as Levi Sims busts through to the 40-yard line. Deers on the stop, and a 1st down for the Spectrum Sting after a gain of 7 for Levi Sims. They used Daniels as a bit of a decoy. I think they were going to, the Tigers, at least one was, hey, there's one person that's Daniels' responsibility. And he took off, and there was definitely a little bit of a shift. The defense thinking maybe there was a quick swing pass, and The quarterback Sims right up the middle. The senior picks up the first down. 4:15 to go in the third quarter. Spectrum by a point. From the 40. Here's a snap. This time it's an option. Here's a pitch out to Tyler Simonovich to the 40. Slips a tackle 45 and hit by Cole Oberfeld just as he steps out of bounds around midfield. Looks at the mark him at the 49. He's a yard shy of the stick on the option. So Spectrum starting to show a couple of different things. Coach Gangle, I'm sure, thinking now that you've got certain things established, now you start throwing the wrinkles in. What can you find? Where you can hit holes in the defense? 2nd down and 1 from the 49-yard line, just on the Sting side of the 50. Second drive of the third quarter for Spectrum. From the 49. Spectrum will flip-flop the overload and go strong left. They're looking at the sideline for the play call from the coach. Tigers have 6 guys on the line of scrimmage. Direct snap, Daniels trying to get out wide. He gets the block. He's got midfield. 45-40 on the far sideline and run out of bounds. It'll be another first down for Spectrum. They'll mark him out at the Tigers' 42-yard line. Gain of 9 for Daniels, 15th carry of the night, 141 yards and 2 touchdowns. 1st and 10 Spectrum at the Tigers' 42. Under 4 to play in the third quarter and a 7-point game. Now, if Spectrum gets that score, you go up by 7, go for 2, and try to make it a 2-possession game. They haven't place kicked yet. Overload right on 1st and 10. Now Spectrum will shift it again. Tigers quickly answer, and now Coach Nate Fisher runs down the near sideline and calls timeout before the snap. Timeout, Pine River-Backus with 3:55 to go here in quarter number 3. It's the same score we've had at the half. It's a 1-point contest. Spectrum 20, Pine River-Backus 19. 1st and 10 Sting when we come back on yourliveevent.com.
Sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families.
As we come back, it's 1st and 10 for Spectrum after the Tigers timeout. Ball at the Tigers' 42-yard line. They overload left. Hard snap count. Flinching. Nobody crossed. The snap. This is Daniels following left side. He's inside the 40 trying to push that pile. Now it goes backwards and the whistle blows. Looks like they'll give him the 38. Daniels for 4. 2nd down and 6. Both defenses got the stop on the opening drives of the second half. A complete change from what we saw in the first half where each team fairly easily drove down the field. Tigers defense trying to stiffen with the ball in their territory. 2nd and 6. Overload left. Sims and Daniels in the backfield. Here's the low snap to Daniels, trying to find the outside edge. He's got a seam. He's inside the 35, down to the 30, and run out of bounds. It's going to be another first down for the Sting. They'll place him at the 29. A pickup of 9 for Aaron Daniels. Scored the first 2 touchdowns for the Sting tonight. Spectrum 6-1 coming in. Pine River-Backus 2-5. Both teams winless last year. Trying to turn some things around with their football programs. On 1st and 10 at the 29. Sims, the snap. He goes straight ahead. The ball's loose. The ball's out, and the Tigers jump down on it. Pine River-Backus, I think, has the ball. Did they secure it? I saw Levi Sims dive down on the field. Did the Tigers not fully get possession? I still don't see a signal. And it is Tigers ball. Levi Sims had it stripped, and it looked like Adrian Schrupp dropped on it, but Sims dropped down late, trying to signal that maybe Schrupp didn't have it, but they give Schrupp the ball, and Levi Sims, where they turn the game's first turnover, PRB takes over on their own 22-yard line. A gain of 4 for Sims, but then he lost the ball. And Pine River-Backus down by 1, takes over, 3:02 to go in quarter number 3. They'll put it at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers. Tigers fired up on the near sideline. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers right, snap, Volk's gonna pass. He looks, he throws right, and it is low and incomplete. Looks for a quick hitter to the outside for Owen Dable. 2nd down and 10. Tigers couldn't quite get that ground game going on the last drive, so Coach Fisher deciding, let's see if we can get at least a decent chunk on a quick hitter through the air. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. Dable and Schrupp go to the right side of the formation again. Dawson Gravel, wing back left. Here's the snap. Handoff. Reyes looking for room. Cuts it. He's spun around and dropped at the 26-yard line. Elijah Sorensen on the stop. 3rd down coming for the Tigers. They'll put it at the 25. Reyes only gets 2. Sean Reyes in the first half, 19 carries for 109 yards. In the second half, he's got 4 carries, but only for a total of 8 yards. Spectrum has done a nice job on that adjustment, attacking the gaps for the PRB run game. 3rd and 8 from their own 25. 2:22 to go in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers right. Here's the snap. Play action. Volk looking left. He's looking, throwing in the flat, and it's incomplete. Looking for Cole Elberfeld, and that was exceptionally well defended by Hans Burfind, as Volk had to throw that one out wide. It is 4th down, and after the turnover, it looks like a 3-and-out, and the punt team is out for the Tigers. Tyler Simonovich will head back to receive the Dawson Dable punt. If they want to, the Tigers have Owen Dable wide open on the near side. Nobody's there. And Coach Scott Gangle and the defensive coach noticed it. The Tigers had Owen Dable completely by himself on the near side. If they wanted to run a fake, they would have easily gotten the 1st down. And fortunately for Spectrum, one of the coaches noticed that there was nobody on the near side of the field. They're not happy about having to burn a timeout and that nobody on the field recognized it. For a split moment, I was trying to count to see if maybe the Tigers had an extra man on the field, but no flags flew, so that wasn't the case. And Spectrum burns a timeout to save what may have been a gift, a big gift for the PRB Tigers. 2:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Spectrum leading 20-19. I want to give just a huge vocal thank you again for those folks that are tuning in. Our broadcasts are not possible without the advertisers that you hear and see throughout the broadcast. Please give them a thank you. Let them know that you are enjoying the coverage and that you appreciate their support. And, of course, the best thanks is to do business with those businesses whenever you are in need of them. Following the contest, we'll do the post-game recap, notes, numbers, and our post-game awards. So Spectrum will make the adjustment to make sure that Owen Dable is at least covered on the near side. Dawson Dable is back to punt for the Tigers on 4th down and 8. Here's the snap. Dawson will get the kick away. Good high kick. It's going to hit at the 44. Tyler Simonovich will watch it roll. It'll take a bit of a PRB roll, and it'll be down at the 31-yard line. So after the Tigers went 3 for 4 on scoring drives in the first half, they are 0 for 2 in the second half with 2:02 to play in the 3rd quarter. It stays Spectrum 20 and Pine River-Backus 19. But the Tigers defense did come away with a really big takeaway on Spectrum's last drive when the Sting were putting a drive together and marching down the field. From the 31-yard line, Spectrum football. Both teams with 3 touchdowns. The point after is the difference. Spectrum is 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions. The Tigers are 1 for 2 on kicks and 0 for 1 on 2-point conversions. Overload left. Daniels to the right of Sims in that shotgun formation from the 31. Here's the snap. Fakes a double handoff. Daniels trying to get outside. Schrupp looking to catch him. Schrupp's got him, and Schrupp brings him down in the backfield. Adrian Schrupp with another tackle for a loss, beating Daniels to the edge. Got him high on the shoulder pads, but was strong enough to bring Daniels down back at the 26. It's 2nd and 15 after the loss of 5. Puts Daniels back under 150 for the night. 2nd and 15 for the Sting. Overload is to the right side now with the ball on the left hash. Sims sets the line, takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's looking left. He's looking for Daniels, and it is knocked down. Adrian Schrupp there defensively again, 3rd down, and the Tigers had 3 jerseys next to Daniels when that pass was thrown by Sims, and he still tried to put it in there. 3rd and 15. Tigers with a slight defensive adjustment on 3rd down. Easton Wynn is the safety. Spectrum will stay with the overload formation. Daniels to the left of Sims. Sims is ready. Watching the back judge. Here's the snap. Sims to pass. Looking left. He steps. He throws near sideline. Looking for Tyler Simonovich. It's off his fingertips. Incomplete. 4th down. Cole Oberfeld is bearing down on him. Sims is 0 for 3 passing in the second half. 1 for 7 tonight for 18 yards. And on 4th and 15, we expect a Spectrum punt. Pequot Lakes gets the win big at Mora. No surprise there tonight. Final score of that one, 57-6, as the Patriots go back-to-back years with an undefeated regular season. Pillagers on top of Park Rapids, 33-6 at the end of 3. International Falls, 21-12 over Crosby Ironton after 3. Sims takes the snap. He'll get the kick away. And it's going to hit at midfield. Easton Wynn bobbles it, picks it at the 45, near side 50, 45, to the 40, to the 35, and he's out of bounds at the Spectrum 32-yard line, and the Tiger fans will be loving it. 1st and 10, flags on the field, though back at the 38. Probably, usually when they fly like that, it's going to go against the return team. Either way, the Tigers should have really good starting field position. 48 seconds to go in a 3rd quarter that has seen no scoring, and now we have an injured Spectrum player. Looks like a cramping issue, so we'll have an injury timeout. The penalty, the first penalty of the second half, it's going to be against the Tigers on a block in the back. So the injury timeout before the Tigers drive starts. 48 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Tigers will have a 1st and 10 at the Spectrum 48-yard line. When we come back, it's high school football on yourliveevent.com.
A community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Shrub Excavating LLC is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River, Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
1st and 10, Pine River-Backus. 48 seconds to go in the third quarter. First drive starting in opposing territory tonight. After the punt return, even with the penalty, the Tigers start 1st and 10 at the Spectrum 48-yard line. 20-19, Spectrum with the lead. That was our score at the half. Tigers rush up to the line with the overload left. Here's a snap to Reyes on the left side. Gets the push. 45 trying to break free, but he's going to be piled up inside the 45. Looks like they'll give him the 43. Call it a gain of 5. It's 2nd and 5. Tigers will probably have to snap it one more time here in the third quarter. Maybe not. Coach Fisher is talking to the sideline official. And Coach Fisher is talking to his team. The Tigers will not have to snap it. We're going to go to the fourth quarter in a one-point game, folks. Don't go anywhere. After 3 here in Pine River, it's Spectrum 20, Pine River-Backus 19. The fourth quarter is coming up after this on yourliveevent.com.
Food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Well, here we go, folks. Fourth quarter here at Pine River-Backus. 20-19 Spectrum. Tigers have it 2nd down and 5 from the Spectrum 42. Here's the direct snap to Reyes, looking right side, trying to break free, and he's drugged down from behind. Levi Sims with the stop after a gain of 2 to the 40. 3rd down and 3 for Pine River-Backus. Potentially 4 down territory here, down by 1, especially if you get that 4th and 1. Kind of curious to see if the Tigers maybe try to get a Volk sneak up the middle. They have Volk in the shotgun. Reyes to his right. Mongan in motion left to right across the formation. 3rd down the snap. They hand off to Reyes on the right side, trying to pick his way. He's hit, and he's going to be fouled short. Needed 3, only got 1. To the 39-yard line, it's 4th and 2. Reyes shows good patience. He's got a decent burst. Just didn't get enough of a seam. Didn't really see much for a cutback lane. Here's a big 4th down. Spectrum leading by 1. Maybe a hard count here. Tigers will rush up to the line. In the shotgun, Reyes. There's the snap. Right side, looking for room. He hits the defender. He gets rolled around and rolling over the top of Mason Carlson. Carried Reyes to a 1st down run. It was going to be close, but as Reyes landed, he landed on top of Carlson as they rolled. He picked up an extra half yard, and the Tigers moved the chains on 4th down. Needed 2, got 3. 1st and 10, Pine River-Backus. Here's a first down run. It's Mongan. Mongan getting the call, and Brody Mongan to the 30-yard line. Tigers with a big chunk on first down. Gain of 6 for Mongan. I have 130 yards on 28 carries for Sean Reyes tonight. I had to correct it. I was putting him on the wrong sheet for Aaron Daniels. So now I think I got it correct. Second down for the Tigers. Some shifting on the line as they put Oberfeld to the left. Here's the snap. Mongan, the double handoff to the right side, and this is the freshman. Well, he slipped right by a defender, but Mason Carlson with the stop as that was Dawson Gravel, the freshman's first carry. Unfortunately, loss of 1 on the play. Third down for the Tigers. Tried that double handoff, but it was a little slow developing, and then there was also penetration in the backfield by the Spectrum Sting. Tigers will make the subs. Third down and 4 from the 31-yard line of Spectrum. 3 minutes gone in this fourth quarter. Spectrum leading 20-19. Here's the snap. Volks to pass. He steps. He's throwing deep down the right side. It's incomplete. A flag flies. Owen Dable was trying to get inside of the defender, Jaron Mitchell, and the back judge threw the flag, and this is going to be a big penalty against the Spectrum Sting. And the Tigers are going to get the first down on the penalty. 20-19, and now from the 31, this will go all the way down to the 16-yard line, and the Tigers try to take a deep shot, trying to get the speedster Owen Dable the ball, and it's now 1st and 10 Tigers at the Spectrum 16-yard line, 8:49 to go in the fourth quarter. Tigers will come to the line, 2 receivers to the right. Volk, the handoff. Reyes, double handoff, and Mongan hit in the backfield, and Hans Burfine was all over that. Ball comes loose, but the play was whistled dead. Hans Burfine with a big-time play for Spectrum on first down. He recognized the double handoff coming and grabbed the back of Brody Mongan's jersey, and he was not going to let go. They put it back to the 19, a loss of 3. Second down and 13, and after the pass interference penalty gave the Tigers the first down, Spectrum's defense playing a little elevated on that play. 2 receivers right. Here's the snap. Handoff Reyes trying to go outside, and there's Burfine again. Reyes drags him back to the 20, but it's still going to be a tackle for loss for Burfine. Hans Burfine, one of the seniors from Spectrum. Coach Gangle said he had 11 seniors on the team. It's senior night for Pine River-Backus, and these seniors are playing like seniors. They want to come away with a win. 3rd and 14 for the Tigers at the Spectrum 20. 7:35 and rolling here in the fourth quarter with Spectrum up by 1. 4-down territory for the Tigers, so I'm interested to see if they go for a pass. They don't have to go for it all. In motion is Mongan left to right. The snap, Volk rolling to his right. He's looking, he steps, he throws, he's throwing it up for Dable, corner, and it is incomplete. He tried to lead Owen Dable to the near sideline. Threw the pass a little bit far. It is 4th down and 14 for the PRB Tigers. That was well covered by Jaron Mitchell. When you're trying to throw that fade route, you want that receiver to be able to break free for a yard or two, and there really wasn't much separation until the very last moment when Dable spun towards the sideline, but the pass a little out of his reach. So it looked very promising after that penalty. Now we'll see what the Tigers can come up with. They have 2 receivers to the left on 4th and 14. The snap to Volk. He's looking downfield. Beep drop. Throws down across. It's caught by Oberfeld, and he's quickly tackled. And the Tigers will turn it over on downs just shy of the stick. Good coverage by Brandon Simonovic as he dragged down Oberfeld from behind, and the Tigers cannot convert on 4th down. The pass was complete. But it's 1st and 10 Spectrum inside the 10-yard line at the 8. They needed 14. They got 13 on just the 4th completion of the night. And the offenses remain stifled here in the second half. 7:09 to go. Spectrum has it 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line. With the power right. Sims with a new back in the backfield. Low snap. Looking on the right side. Cutting it back across the 15. Good run on 1st down. Gavin Sims, a sophomore, with his first carry of the game. And Gavin Sims across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He busts ahead for 9 on 1st down for Spectrum. Spectrum doesn't need to score. They lead by 1. They'd be more than happy to just hold the ball the rest of the way. Spectrum has somebody on the far sideline. The clock is stopped. As Levi Sims, looks like they maybe had to relace a cleat. Very surprising that Aaron Daniels wasn't in on that play, and it looks like Daniels is still out on the sideline. Not sure if he was the guy that went out cramped in the last drive. Gavin Sims next to Levi Sims. 2nd and 1, and we have a flag. Gavin Sims took the direct snap, but that flag coming from the back judge, and that's typically a delay of game, and it is. So a delay called on Spectrum. So now back to the 12. 2nd and 1 becomes 2nd and 6. Could that help the PRB defense here? Daniels remains on the sideline. Tigers will send in a late substitution. 2nd and 6 for the Spectrum Sting. Clock is stopped at 6:19. 1 point Sting lead. Spectrum will shift the heavy set to the right. Gavin Sims to the right of Levi Sims. A snap to Gavin. Looking to the right side. Hit and dropped. Tigers get the penetration in the backfield. Andrew Volk in on the stop to the 12-yard line. That's going to be no gain for Sims. 3rd down and 6. We're halfway through the 4th quarter. PRB looking for a big 3rd down stop here. Aaron Daniels is back on the field. He's to the right of Levi Sims. Power to the left. Here's the snap to Daniels. Looking left side. He's hit by Adrian Schrupp and dropped at the 11. A loss of 1. It's 4th down. A loss of 1 on the play, the 19th carry of the night for Daniels. 4th down for Spectrum. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining, and Levi Sims will be in punt formation. 4th and 7. Tigers looking to stay very cautious just in case Spectrum tries to get tricky here. Here are the lines. Here's the snap to Sims. No pressure. Sims gets the kick away. And it's going to be Easton Wynn making the catch at the 40, and he's immediately hit. Boy, that was a dangerous decision by Easton Wynn. Brandon Simonovich was right on top of him. He did not call for the fair catch. Easton Wynn sure-handedly makes the catch. And we still have yet to see a score in the second half. Pine River-Backus will start for the 2nd time in Spectrum territory at the Sting's 42-yard line. 4:54 to go and a 1-point contest. Tigers left to right. Pequot Lakes rolled tonight 57-6 over Mora. 1st down and 10, Tigers. Power formation right. Snap, Reyes, right side, gets the 40, gets the 35, down to the 30-yard line. And Reyes for 12 on the first carry, his 30th carry of the night. 1st down and 10 Tigers. It's not that I didn't believe Coach Fisher when he said Reyes would be the workhorse, but And I'm not terribly surprised by it either. His 30th carry of the evening, ball just inside the 30. Coach Fisher taking his time to get the play call in. Tigers are needing to score down by 1, but you don't want to leave Spectrum a whole lot of time. It's a tricky situation. 1st and 10 Tigers from the Spectrum 30. 10 seconds to snap it. Tigers rush up to the line. Power left. Reyes the snap. Left side looking for room. He's got the 30, 25, down to the 20. And the Tigers hoping that they're wearing down the Spectrum sting a little bit. Are they going to give him the first down? Looks like no. He's just shy of it, officially 9. To the 21-yard line. 3:45 to go, 4th quarter. Devin Kruger with you, and what a game here. 20-19 with a score at the half. Tigers trying to take advantage of a short field. Reyes, power right, and the snap's behind him. Reyes has to fall on it back at the 35, and 2nd and 1 is going to turn into 3rd and long as the Tigers with a rare miscue. The snap zipped past Reyes. He covers it at the 36-yard line, a loss of 15. The Tiger fans were all getting pumped up, and then all of a sudden it's quiet. 3 minutes to go. Tigers down 1. 3rd and long. Volk will be, well, they're going to stay in the same formation. Here's the snap. It's Volk. He's going to pass. He looks. He steps. He throws. He's got Overfield wide open. Caught! 18-yard line and a first down. This time they connect on the tight end leak to the 18. It's a gain of 18, and what a play there for the Tigers. First down and 10. Third catch tonight for Cole Oberfell, and you can bet in his mind he said, I'm not dropping that one. 1st and 10 Tigers at the Spectrum 18. 2:37 to go and counting. Spectrum by 1. Volk brings the play into the huddle. Great pass right on the money. Tigers sent 3 receivers out to the same area. You had a short, medium, and long route, and now play clock winding down. The Tigers will take a timeout. That will leave Pine River-Backus with 1 remaining. 2:13 to go, 4th quarter. Spectrum 20, Pine River-Backus 19. It is tense in week 8, and we're back after this on yourliveevent.com.
Propane from Lakes Community Co-op. You get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Devin Kruger back with you, 20-19, Spectrum in front. Each team with 3 first-half touchdowns. Nobody has scored in the second half. So clearly the adjustments made have been working. But Pine River-Backus is trying to come up with something big. 1st and 10, Reyes the snap. Right side looking for room to the 15, to the 10. The Tigers are getting some room for Sean Reyes. I think they have the feeling that they're wearing Spectrum out a little bit, and they're looking to take advantage. To the 10-yard line, it's 2nd down and 2. Sean Reyes, 32 carries by my tally, 158. Spectrum has 2 timeouts remaining. They're not using them. Clock is at 1:37. Tigers will stay power. Power right. Snap to Reyes. Right side with some room. And he's dragged down to the 5. 1st and goal. Pine River-Backus with 1:27 to go.
Sean Reyes with another Tigers first down.
1st and goal, Pine River-Backus. 1:27 to go. They'll start the clock. That Tiger sideline and this fan base is ready to explode if they can finish this drive, and now we will get the Spectrum timeout. That will leave each team with 1:16 to go. 20-19, Sting on top. Back after this on yourliveevent.com.
Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
We welcome you back. Couple of finals have come in. I've noticed Aiken's kind of a second-half team. They trailed Greenway National Keewatin 8-6 at the half. Aiken scores 22 unanswered in the second half. The Gobblers get the win 28-8. Pillager, undefeated regular season. They beat Park Rapids 45-6. Pequot Lakes beat Mora 57-6. It's first and goal. Pine River-Backus with 1:16 on the clock. Power right again. Reyes, the snap. Reyes to the right. He's going to be stacked up at the 2-yard line. And a timeout called by Spectrum. Did they? Yes. Spectrum did call their last timeout. This is one of those cases where it's so tough to decide, what do you really want? You want the score, but you want to leave as little time as possible for Spectrum. So you get 3 yards to the 2, and as of right now, Spectrum has not been able to stop this Tigers offense. They have stayed, and this is that age-old, old-school football mentality. We're going to run the same play until you prove you can stop it. Spectrum has not been able to stop power right runs by Reyes on this drive. The Tigers nearly let it slip with the snap behind Reyes, but then they were able to connect on the big pass play to reset things, and it has been the exact same play every time, and they are on the doorstep with 1:07 on the clock, second and goal from the 2. And this is where you can get into some really fun thinking games of coaching. Spectrum could very well completely sell out for that same play. So if you're Coach Fisher, do you throw one little wrinkle that you've practiced into this formation or into the play to try to walk into the end zone? You've got 1:07. Spectrum does not have any timeouts left. Here's the snap. It's Volk on the sneak, right side, the push, and he's in! Touchdown, Pine River-Backus! Andrew Volk's 4th touchdown run of the night. This one from 2 yards out. And Pine River-Backus goes in front with 1:02 to play on a 2-yard touchdown run by Andrew Volk. Tigers will go for 2, but we have an injured Spectrum Sting player. That's the last thing, again, really, the end of the season, the last thing you want to see from any team, but we have a Spectrum Sting down. And we'll break 25-20. Pine River-Backus with the lead with $1.02 left here on yourliveevent.com.
We believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Pine River-Backus with the lead, 25-20 with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go. Now again, you look back at the first half when I was talking about how crucial it would be for Pine River-Backus to get a stop and not allow Spectrum, because they had a lot of big chunk plays in that first half. Not let them get them and score at the end of the first half because they got the second half kickoff. Well, the Tigers got the stop thanks to a big sack. And then in the second half, we didn't find a score until 23 minutes into it. Tigers will go for 2. Reyes, the snap goes behind him, and the 2-point conversion will be no good. Reyes tried to start going towards the goal a little too quickly, And the 2-point conversion fails, so it is 25-0. Of course, with the Tigers, you're looking for that 7-point lead, where if Spectrum scored, they had to get a conversion. Now that is not the case. That is out the window. If Spectrum somehow finds a score in this final minute 2, they get the lead. And so for Pine River-Backus, this is where coaching really gets tough, because now you're telling all these kids, like, hey, you still got a big, big job to do. You have got to find a way to stop this team. 1 minute, 2 seconds. There are no timeouts. Another key piece that's interesting to me is the last 3 kicks we've seen were all short. If Oberfeld's got a decent, deep kick in his repertoire, this is when he needs to break it out. Get a high kick as deep as you can. 25-20. Pine River-Backus, 1:02 to go. Spectrum is out of timeouts. Pine River-Backus has 1 timeout. Oberfeld will tee it up just right of the center of the field. Everybody's down. Oberfeld's kick, and it's another low liner near side, and it is going to go out of bounds. So now Spectrum will get the ball at the 35-yard line with no time coming off the clock. I can't imagine that Spectrum, I was going to say they do have the option to make them re-kick, but it looks like they are going to take the ball at the 35, which I'm not surprised. So with 1:02 to go, that penalty officially the 6th on the Tigers tonight. 1:02, known timeouts, 35-yard line. Levi Sims is 1 for 7 passing. He's got Aaron Daniels to his right. Tigers playing off the line a little bit. First down, here's the snap. Quick throw, right side, Tyler Simonovich. He's got the 40 to the 45, shoved out of bounds. Just a really quick hitter on the outside and a good chunk on first down for Spectrum. Tyler Simonovich, his first catch, they give him the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, just the second completion tonight. And that might be the game plan, is they might go quick hitters. If the Tigers are going to play off, they're going to just maybe try to get some quick hit passes. 1st and 10 at the 47, 55 seconds to go. With the power eye, the snap to Daniels on the right side, looking for room. He's got the 50, and he's going to be hit at the 45, spun around. They're going to stop the clock as he picks up the first down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 11 for Daniels. Tigers defense and Tigers fans trying to get this defense to get a stop. 48 seconds and 2 big plays for the Spectrum offense. 25-20 PRB. Daniels to the left of Sims on 1st and 10. Here's the snap to Daniels on the right side, looking for room, trying to cut it out. He's hit, and down he goes. Cole Oberfeld with the stop. No gain. And the clock is ticking, 33 seconds on 2nd and 10. The snap, and Sims is going to clock it. That's a team passing attempt, incomplete. Third down and 10 from the 41-yard line. Tigers got a big tackle inbounds on Daniels. 3rd and 10, 29 seconds to go. Daniels to the left of Sims. Crowd making some noise. Here's the snap to Sims. Back to pass. Under the rush, throws down the middle, and it is incomplete. Easton Wynn breaks it up just as it hit the hands of the intended receiver on the far side. Looks like that was Mason Carlson, the intended target. And the safety, Easton Wynn, with a great breakup. Actually, that pass was intended for John Hegstrom, the sophomore. 4th down and 10 for Spectrum. 24 seconds to go. The Tiger fans trying to will this defense to get the stop. Daniels to the right of Sims. The snap, Sims. They fake the handoff. Sims running to the right. He puts it down. He's running. He's tackled. He's tackled at the 36-yard line. Nathan Fisher with his fist in the air. The sideline goes berserk. And the PRB Tigers can take a snap and put a knee down and finish the year with a win. A 5-yard gain by Sims on 4th down and 10. Spectrum turns it over on downs. And PRB from the 35-yard line needs one clean snap and a knee to the ground. Victory formation for the Tigers. 18 seconds to go. Volk, snap, knee. PRB will win their regular season finale. Coach Fisher said this team was jacked up and excited for tonight to play, and they will come away with the win. The final score here in Pine River, week number 8. The only score of the second half comes with 1:02 on the clock, and Pine River-Backus is victorious, 25-20 over the Spectrum Sting. The post-game recap is coming up next. What a way to finish the regular season on yourliveevent.com.
Hannikin Insurance Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs. With on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing, Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The PRB Boosters are happy to sponsor coverage of the Tigers. Like them on Facebook for events and fundraisers. The PRB Boosters could use your help. Be part of great events and fundraisers, all built to give back and present more opportunities for the students of Pine River-Backus schools. For information or to get started, email prboosterclub1.com. Meetings are the first Monday of every month at 6 p.m. at the school. Good luck, Tigers, from the PRB Boosters.
Great people, economic viability, a wonderful place to live. Pine River, Backus, and PRB Schools. PRB Schools is a small school district with large district opportunities, providing activities and classes that involve students, making sure every student has everything to be successful. PRB Schools also offers a variety of community ed programs, a great way to learn new skills hands-on with others within the community, making connections with families, being involved with the community, becoming a community family. PRBschools.org.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
25-20, Pine River-Backus with the victory over Spectrum, snapping a 3-game skid and ending the regular season 3-5. Spectrum ends the regular season at 6-2. Devin Kruger here with you. What a contest. Coach Fisher said these guys are fired up. They played like it. 20-19 at the half. The lone score in the second half comes with 1:02 on the clock. Pine River-Backus with a short field goes 42 yards. Andrew Volk, his 4th rushing touchdown of the night, all from 2 yards or shorter. In fact, the 2-yard touchdown run was the longest of the night. And the PRB Tigers with the home victory, 25-20. The celebration was on. Coach Fisher said that they were going to have to ride Sean Reyes and be the workhorse, but when the other pieces needed to be called upon, they needed to make the plays, and the formula worked. Defensive adjustments made it count in the second half. One huge turnover in the game goes to the favor of the PRB Tigers, and an elated Tigers crowd celebrates a win the final night on this field for the 2025 football season. After a 20-19 halftime score where the big question was which defense can make the stop, the answer was both of them. The offenses held without a point until the Tigers score the winning touchdown with just a shred over a minute left in the game. 25-20 the final. Head coach Nathan Fisher already up here. We'll get him. We'll get some post-game interviews as well with our awards. And the PRB Tigers end the season with a win 25-20 on yourliveevent.com. We'll be right back.
C is ready to serve you with any excavation project. Shrub Excavating provides residential and commercial new construction site prep, demolition, road and driveway construction, basement septic system design and installation, stump or brush removal, and delivery of sand, gravel, rock, dirt, and more. 42 years and still digging it right. Shrub Excavating will have your project done right and on time, serving Pine River-Backus, Pequot Lakes, and all the surrounding communities. Shrub Excavating LLC. Online at shrubexcavating.com.
Restock on food, fuel, and baits at locally owned Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Station 371 has bait and tackle, quality Cenex gasoline, off-road diesel, and is the only stop with #1 diesel. Make sure to stop by to wash off the sand and salt with their indoor car wash, open when the temp is at least 26 degrees. They'll hook you up with your fishing and hunting licenses too. Station 371 on Highway 371 in Pine River. Thank you for supporting local business.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Final score tonight, the PRB Tigers with the victory, 25-20 over Spectrum. Head coach Nate Fisher is joining us, and I know I don't know what you're going to get for words out of this. The game that almost didn't happen turns into a Tigers win with the only score in the second half, barely a minute left. Coach, what's going through your mind right now?
Wow. Emotions. Just really proud of these guys. All we asked for was an opportunity. We asked for a chance to go play a football game tonight. These kids battled. Holy cow. From Sean to Andrew, Dable, Oberfell. I mean, our seniors came to play tonight, and I'm sure I'm missing a couple. Mason Nelson up front. Adrian Shrub with a couple big tackles, especially late in that game. Holy cow, those guys came to play today, and couldn't be happier for them.
You know, at halftime, it's 20-19, and I'm up here in the booth, and kind of in my analysis, I'm like, well, which defense is going to get the stop in the second half? Well, it turns out that both made some great adjustments. What was your key adjustment with the defensive side of the ball as you shut them out in the second half?
Yeah, we did a couple different things defensively. We bumped Sean back to his normal spot, kind of that outside linebacker position. Talking at halftime, I thought we weren't putting him in a spot to make enough plays. We slid Andrew to the backside, to the weak side. He's a really good contained defensive end. He keeps things inside. So we thought that was maybe a better fit. And then we changed up kind of the angle. We put Dalton Tominski kind of in that gap where they were killing us. Dalton gives a little bit more speed, a little bit more explosiveness at the D tackle spot. So we bumped those two guys over, and then give Coach Vetch and Coach Johnson some credit. They dialed up a couple blitzes. We got Schrupp free on one, a big one down here at the beginning of the fourth quarter. Then when we gave them the ball back with about 6 minutes left, thought they had a shot there, and a a big third down. Adrian kind of cuts inside. It wasn't really a blitz, but he stayed home, did his job, cuts inside, makes a big tackle. So, you want your seniors to step up. You want your captains to step up in big moments. And, again, those boys stepped up and played a heck of a game tonight. Just couldn't be more proud of those guys.
Let's go to the final drive, because your offense had gone a little stagnant and their adjustments were working. You weren't able to get your running game going except that final drive. It seemed to me that it was a matter of, it's almost like you felt that you had worn them down to a point that power game was going to finally take over the way you wanted it to, and it did in the first half. What went into that last drive?
Well, I quit trying to get cute. Be perfectly honest, I thought we tried a couple things there. We tried to run a hook and ladder. We tried to throw the ball a little bit. We tried to get some different guys to carry. And, Coach Snell's on the sideline just in my ear as we got that ball back saying, go back to beast, run the dang ball down their throat until they stop it. And, credit to our O-line, they did that. I think we called the same play about 4 or 5 times in a row. Those guys were people movers up front. They did such a great job. And Sean carried us down the field. So really proud of them. I'll give one shout out here quick. Dom Zwart, he found out at approximately 10 o'clock this morning that he was going to start his first varsity game tonight at Power Guard. So he played for a sophomore to have about an 8-hour notice that he's playing his first varsity game and going to start. He played about as good of a game as you could ask for. And just a heck of a team win. I mean, that is a team football game if I ever saw one. So just really proud of these guys and how they played.
Yeah, one of the most fun games for sure that I've been a part of this year. And of course, you talked about the emotions, and we saw it on the sideline. What did you say to the team after this one as you wrap up the regular season with a victory and now get ready for the playoffs with a confident, jacked up Pine River-Backus football team?
Job's not done. That was the big message. Job's not done. We asked for an opportunity tonight. We got that opportunity. We took advantage of it. Now we're going to ask for another opportunity. We're going to ask for that opportunity to go up and play a team, and I hope it's that blue team up north of us. We're going to ask for an opportunity to go play them and get a little revenge. So we're going to keep plugging away. Obviously, this is a great win, something to build off of. We know that we can go out and compete, and we're looking forward to next Tuesday.
Awesome. So much fun to be here for this one, Coach. Thank you for the time. Congratulations to the Tigers, and good luck Tuesday as we get the section playoffs rolling.
Thanks, Devin.
Nate Fisher, head coach for the Pine River-Backus Tigers. As we will break, we will talk to our postgame award winners when we come back. 25-20 Tigers on yourliveevent.com.
When you buy your propane from Lakes Community Co-op, you get the propane from the pro without the pain. The pro from Lakes Community Co-op starts with the service, monitoring systems, budget programs, online bill pay with additional services from Lakes Community Co-op. They set the tank, fill the tank, monitor and deliver propane as you need. Call 1-888-935-2281 to get propane to you from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Do something fun and make new friends. Join a bowling league at Community Bowl and Pizzeria in Pine River. Community Bowl and Pizzeria has openings for all leagues: men's, women's, mixed, youth, seniors, and also Special Olympics. Enjoy some friendly competition and have a great time. Food specials offered on all league nights. Don't forget Moonlight Bowling every Saturday evening. For information on leagues or to sign up, call or stop into Community Bowl and Pizzeria in downtown Pine River. 218-587-3100.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
And we are back here on the post-game recap. 25-20, the Tigers of Pine River-Backus with the win. We're talking to our post-game award winners. We're going to start with the senior and our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. And that's going to be the senior quarterback, Andrew Volk. Talking to Coach Fisher before this game, he talked about the seniors especially, how you guys were fired up. When you found out that you were going to have a Week 8 game after all the uncertainty of, if you're going to even play another game on this field. For you, what was it like mentally to prepare for this game and have that grind and drive to try to come out here and win tonight?
Well, it was like Coach Fisher said, it gives us a shot to put us farther ahead in the playoffs and get to go play that blue team up north. So that's what we were all looking for.
This ended up not only being a win, but probably one of the funnest games that you guys have played in your high school career. So when that fourth down, you got that tackle and you could go into victory formation, what was that moment like for you, Andrew?
It was the most fulfilling moment I've ever had in this sport. To be able to make that and seal the game off for good, it was awesome. There's no words to describe it.
You had in the fourth quarter, you had on that final drive, you had the 3rd and long after the snap. You called for a play that you ran earlier to have Cole kind of leak out. For you, of course, that has to be a fairly quick decision, and it's 4th down. It's kind of a do or die moment. What went into that play, Andrew, and the execution of it?
Just everyone do your jobs. Let's get this play off so we have a chance to win. That's all it really came down to, just doing our jobs.
4 touchdowns all on the QB sneaks, and that offensive line Coach Fisher talked about as well. When they called the last one, were you tempted to say, no, I want Sean to get one?
I was, but I don't know. He was pretty set on that Janice sneak, so we just punched it in, and that's it.
I don't think he minds considering you got the big win tonight, but this was talk about this guy, because you're next to him, of course, almost every play, and we go to that power formation with a weapon like that. How much does that give the confidence for the Tigers to go out there and try to get a round 1 win next week?
It gives us so much confidence that we just got a dagger to shove right at teams, and it's unbelievable how much confidence it gives everyone else around. It's no words.
You're also a senior on a team that went winless last year, and I've seen this team, and I've seen the drive, and I've seen the work. When you can put together a season like this and end it like this with 3 victories and the group staying together, what does that mean to you being a part of the senior class that has helped lead that and be a part of this hopeful turnaround again of the Tigers football program?
Well, it's great to see the growth from last year. I mean, last year we had no wins. Barely did anything on offense, and now this year we are moving the ball. We are doing things that we haven't done before, and it's great to see. It's great to see all these young guys come out and compete. Great to see the seniors step up and make the big plays that we need them to. It's just all around great to see.
This might have been the most fun game I've been at this year. A ton of fun. So happy for you guys. So much, and so proud of you. So good luck next week. We'll be there somewhere, some way, somehow. But congratulations on such a fun, massive win tonight, Andrew.
Thank you so much.
Andrew Volk is our Enbridge I Bring the Energy player of the game. And now it's our Hugo's Pine River Family Marketplace star of the game. A reminder, Hugo's Family Marketplace in Pine River is where you can find it all and still enjoy the local hometown atmosphere. Every Wednesday, gallons of milk are just 2 for $6. Visit them online for curbside pickup or delivery, PineRiverFamilyMarket.com. Andrew just got a nice ovation. I imagine you'll get the same. Sean Reyes, of course, is going to be our star of the game. Sean, Coach Fisher told me that you're going to have to be the workhorse tonight, and I've seen games where you've been called upon to do that. How much do you relish that role, and do you kind of the mindset like, absolutely, bring it on, give it to me every chance you get?
Yeah, I'm just excited to be able to be a big part of this team. I work so hard in the off season. I'm working in and out every day, and I just am so happy to see it finally pay off.
And it's funny you bring that up because that was exactly my next question. Because, again, I remember covering this team over the last couple of years, and you have grown so much. And even last year we saw games where, they were like, this is our guy, and this is a guy we got to build around and try to get that spark. So from last year to this year, what were some of the key things that you wanted to work on in your game?
I really wanted to work on my patience. I knew that I was not very good at that last year, and I really worked on it this summer as I went to camps and stuff.
The offensive line, we brought them up a couple of times. I mean, they did the job. The opening drive, 11 plays. The third drive after the second one stalled, the third drive, 12 plays. For you as a running back, you're trying to kind of break it free, but at the same time, that this offense is built on that patient and grind them out. So when you're talking about the patience and the O-line, what are the key things you're looking for from those guys that tells you to punch that accelerator and put the hammer down?
Well, I just trust in my boys up front, and I believe that they will do their job. And I see the play develop, and I hit the hole as it goes.
Let's talk about the defensive side, especially in that second half. To pitch a shutout against this team that scored on their first 3 drives, I thought was a remarkable turnaround. And Coach Fisher talked about those adjustments. With you moving kind of back to your original spot, did kind of have a feeling that just overall the team was a little more comfortable on the defensive side in the second half?
Yeah, I definitely felt out of place being in my abnormal position opposed to my normal position. But as soon as I went back up and rolled up, I felt a boost of confidence.
I want to talk to you about that final drive because, again, it's something that Coach Fisher brought is same play, of course, with that beast mode formation. When you get into that, it's kind of interesting because everybody kind of knows where the ball is going, but at the same time, you find success with that. Well, for you, how much fun is it to know that you're going to have that wall in front of you?
I love it. I love the boys that they grind up front and they do everything they can to protect me.
All right, I gave Andrew the softball, but I do want to ask you, just because we had a little fun with it before we brought you guys on, how badly did you want the ball to try to get one in the end zone for yourself tonight?
I mean, it's always nice to punch one in, but I'm incredibly happy with Andrew because he has battled with so much adversity this season between the people at school, sometimes even our teammates ridiculing him, and I'm just so happy that he could show everyone tonight that he is an elite player.
Yeah, and it was great. I mean, your stat line was amazing. You worked your tail off, and this was such a great win for the Tigers. Sean, congratulations. So much fun to be here tonight.
Thank you very much.
Sean Reyes, our Hugo's Pine River Family Marketplace star of the game. We will break as we've got the stats and the wrap-up right after this on yourliveevent.com.
Agency is proud to support today's coverage. Hannikin Insurance has been serving families and businesses in central Minnesota for over 30 years. By working with an independent agency like Hannikin Insurance, the process of finding insurance that is appropriate for your goals and budget is simplified. Contact Hannikin Insurance Agency in Pine River, Little Falls, Piers, or Brainerd online at HannikinInsurance.com. Let Hannikin Insurance give you the peace of mind that comes from knowing your financial situation is secure.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs. With on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing, Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Welcome back to Pine River-Backus. As you can see, the field is all clear. Devin Kruger here with you. What fun chats here as we wrap up our broadcast tonight. Of course, the funny part is I said that, with these two grinded-out teams that generally the games go really fast because the clock keeps running. Well, it didn't end up being really that. Of course, there were some injuries that had some breakouts, but here we go. It's almost 10 o'clock, and we're wrapping it up. Want to do a rundown of the stats, and then we'll say goodnight here on yourliveevent.com as the Tigers get the win 25-20 over Spectrum. In the team stat department, 237 for total yards I had for the Spectrum Sting, 207 on the ground. Aaron Daniels, he's their workhorse back, 21 carries, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And it was Tyler Simonovich had 4 carries for 42 yards and a score. Owen Carlson, 5 carries for 33. The quarterback, Levi Sims, 7 carries for 31 yards. Did have a costly lost fumble in the third quarter. Sims in the passing game, 2 for 9, 30 yards. Completions to Tyler Simonovich for 12 and Brandon Simonovich for 18. All in all, 237 on the yardage for Spectrum, 15 first downs, 5 penalties for 45 yards, and the lone turnover in the game as they were driving and gave the ball up to the Tigers. Ended up being instrumental in the Tigers' win. Pine River-Backus for 247 yards of offense. I am for just 10 yards more. 201 on the ground against Sean Reyes. His line is absolutely incredible. 34 carries, 166 on the ground. Andrew Volk, 9 carries for only 14 yards, but 4 QB sneak touchdowns. Brody Mongan, 8 carries for 38 yards. Passing game, Volk was 5 of 11, 46 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Cole Oberfeld, 3 catches for 32 yards, of course, including that huge 18-yard gain on a fourth down conversion to keep the winning drive going. Adrian Schrupp had a catch for 11. Also, again, had a couple of big defensive tackles. 247 for the Tigers. 15 first downs, 6 penalties for 37 yards. Pine River-Backus with the 25-20 victory to wrap up the regular season with a win. Next up, the 6A playoffs on Tuesday night in the quarterfinal round. The Tigers 3-5 on the season. Spectrum finishes the regular season at 6-2. That does it for our broadcast tonight. Big thanks, of course, to all of our advertisers and sponsors. Again, thanks for helping us bring you all the action for PRB Sports here on yourliveevent.com. Volleyball coverage in the subsection and section tournament next week. Wednesday, probably Friday as well. Check out that schedule at yourliveevent.com. Thank you for joining us. What a fun night. Have a great MEA weekend, and we will see you again on yourliveevent.com.